It's our final NFL picks against the spread show, a live stream for the 2025 regular season. It's our week 18 NFL picks against the spread. We had two earlier shows. Now we have our final one of the week. And before we get into all the intros, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. As always, I'm wearing something from the merch store. It is our famous 801 AMC t-shirt. Do not buy AMC. This is a financial advice. Do not buy AMC because you will lose money. Although Tom and I did have a lot of fun with the 801 run and stuff like that from about 4 years ago. Actually, like 4.5 years ago. So that was a good time. But now the company is in dire straits. Actually, I have puts on AMC. So that is not financial advice to buy puts, but it is financial advice to not buy AMC. So you can get that shirt as well as everything else at the merch store. You can change the colors of the shirt. You can get long sleeve, hoodie, infant onesie, women's tank top, and you can get our apron. You can get our mugs. You can get our baseball cap. Sadly, we will not be having a battle of horses in the playoffs. So we'll have to save for that. We have to save that for another year. But anyway, 15% off sale here. You can go to Amazon, buy my books. The most recent book is Jerks of the College Years, where I just made fun of people. It's a lot of fun to write. I think you guys have a lot of fun reading it. And A Safety and a Field Goal is my first book, where it was the top 5 topic book about the NFL. Mostly fun stuff, but or mostly serious stuff, some fun stuff, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to classify as fun stuff. It's all fun, right? It's just football. Also, please consider super chat, super stickers. I've been like Ned Stark saying winter is coming, except I've been saying Q1 is coming. Q1, the worst financial quarter for ads. Our ad rates have like hit critically low periods. They're like close to zero. So we're going to be like making 22 cents on this video, like below the poverty line. So if you want to keep the show going, that is the best way to do it. And we are joined by Tom at Quacky T. Going to put his Twitter page on the screen here. Tom is back from his Christmas travels. And so we didn't talk to him last week, but we will talk to him now. Tom, how are you? And how's your week 16 and 17?
Walter, here we are again. Hello to you and hello to everyone in the Walter football family. Geez, I had a great holiday, and the picks were good too. I wasn't on the show, and my super contest card on my bookie went 5-0 last week.
Congrats.
So yeah, thank you. So I'm in pretty good position. I'm tied for 25th, I believe, and I'm a point and a half out of the top 10. So it's been a great year. This is the best I've handicapped in some time. My card is 52, 32, and 1. So yep, hoping to go. I think maybe if I can go 4-1 or better this week, 4-1 or 5-0, I maybe have a shot at the top 10. But week 18 is always tough. It's tough to predict motivation, but we're gonna do our best tonight, I'm sure. So Did you have a good a new year and everything? I always say, and people have gotten better at this in recent years. Once like you hit January 5th, that's the last day to say Happy New Year. One time, it was 2005. Wow, this is over 2 decades ago. Yeah. There was this guy, George, I knew from band at Penn State. And I was just walking around campus one day, and we went back late that semester. This is the year that we lived next door to each other.
Okay.
And so we came back late in January 2005, like December 23rd, late 24th, something like that. So I see George walking around on campus. He's walking towards me. I'm walking towards him. And I'm telling you, it's January 23rd. I was like, oh, hey, like, this guy's just an acquaintance, right, to me. Yeah. I was like, hey, how's it going, George? He goes, hey, Tommy, Happy New Year. No, that's a violation, man. You can't do that on January 23rd. That's too late. That's too late. And I don't know, some people haven't seen him yet this year. You got to draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, why don't I just wish you Happy New Year in 2017? But like that story about that guy, it's like he wished me a Happy New Year on January 23rd.
Well, okay. In his defense, it's the first time he's seen you, right? So it was nice. Like, so what did you say? Like, were you like, no, Happy New Year? No.
I initiated. No, I just said, I was like, oh, hey, how's it going, George? He's like, hey, Tommy, Happy New Year. It's like, yeah, thanks. Maybe it's just like, like how sometimes you get like caught up and like you just like say the first thing that comes to mind. and
Mhm.
it's like it works, but it wasn't like exactly what you wanted to say. I don't know.
Yeah. It's usually like you too, right? And like
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
you get like caught saying you too in a stupid situation. Like
yeah,
you walk into
yeah,
LA Fitness, the guy's like, "Have a good workout." I'm like, yeah, you too.
yeah, yeah. Or the
And like
flight.
that,
Have a nice
yeah,
flight.
the flight, you
Yeah.
too, you too. I started saying that on purpose just to screw people up.
One time when I was when I was a kid, I was in the mall with my dad,
Mhm.
and we were walking around the mall, going wherever, and he ran into some people that he knew, and he was like, "Oh, this is my son, Tommy," and I just like reached my hand. I was like, "Good, how are you?" Like I just didn't like, yeah, like I didn't even say hello, but I just like jump. You know how your brain just has like a
Yeah,
moment.
yeah,
Oh, those are frequent for me, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, just like this is my son. I was like, "Good, how are you?"
Like my
Freaking A,
adopted
man.
son.
Yeah. Yeah, about as sharp as a marble.
He's
Except for
real
this,
special.
yeah, except for this football season, I have been sharp, huh?
You haven't.
I don't care. I wanna enjoy it. I wanna bask in it for a minute here. I've had a good year.
You've had a great year. We were looking right before we started talking or broadcasting. You would be fourth in the Super Contest right now in the Westgate Super Contest. You would be number four. You said you're 52, 32, and 1.
Yeah.
That's 52 and a half points. You'd be tied with Fearless 2 right here at 52 and a half. First is way out of reach with Biff's Almanac, which is a great name. But you would have a great shot at catching To Die For at 53 and a half. Like second place. I don't even know what this pays at, but yeah, you'd be right in the mix. I actually was shocked to find out I'm 55th right here, hanging out 47 and a half. I believe the top 30 payout. Not sure. If Andy's listening, you can tell us. But I'd have to look. It's in the papers somewhere here. Like when you sign up for the contest, you've never signed up like in person, right? Because we always share.
Yeah, I've
contests.
always done it through your joint entries, but next year I'm going to.
Yeah.
We worked out with Andy.
So you'll be prepared for this, as I'll tell you. They give you like this huge stack of papers, like with all the rules and stuff, and you're like,
wow.
what do I do with this? Like you just like throw in your bag. Like I have all these bags over here from like past Super Contest entries. I probably should like shred them or toss them. I should shred them because my personal info is on there. But like you just have to sign a bunch of stuff, and they give you like all these copies, and you're like fumbling around with them. You're like, what do I do with this stuff? So so it's in the standing the prize formula is in there somewhere. I just don't know where. I'd have to rummage through it. Probably won't do it unless I have like a 4-1 or 5-0 week, and then I'll look because I'm in play for the mini contest as well. I'm 8-2 in the mini contest. There's two guys who are 9-1. Fezzik, by the way, is one of the 9-1s. Who Fezzik, by the way, the only 2-time winner of the Super Contest. So it's pretty cool to be one back of him. So if I go 5-0, I'd have a really good chance of winning. If even 4-1, might have maybe a third place or something. We'll see. But yeah, we got some stuff to play for this week. It's very exciting.
Yeah, how's it going, Mike? Yeah, this is going to be interesting because as we discussed in the green room, there's a lot of it's really difficult to kind of gauge motivation, obviously in some of these games. But I will say, well, I mean, we'll see how easy it is. It hasn't been as difficult to find games this week as I thought it might be.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Andy? Hey, I was telling Walter on last week's show, you said that these shows are interesting because it's 3 different kinds of handicappers that Walt has on. I'm flattered that you can. I know I've had a good year, but that you consider me a handicapper. Thanks so much, man. You've really helped influence the way I pick games too. So I always enjoy your episodes as well.
You almost said it. You almost said you influenced the way I handicap. Like
no, I did, but I didn't say it.
You did say it. But you are a handicapper though. Like you're handicapping the games. That's what you're
But
doing.
I don't claim to be one by trade, I guess.
But there's no like handicapping school. Like you don't get a diploma. Like hanging on the wall. I'm a handicapper now.
Yeah, it's like you can't do it unless you have that. Yeah.
Right. Actually, you do. I have a handicapping thing right here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, look, it's this thing. It's my son drew it.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, that's yeah. So I don't know, man. It's been an interesting year. This has been. I know we say this every year, but it's been a strange year. Certainly in as far as how much parity there's been. I mean, still to this day, or like just a few weeks ago, we were saying the Rams are the best team. Now, I mean, you could still maybe argue that, but they've dropped a few games here now, and it's like you don't really want to be backing into the playoffs, do you? And you know, the handicap is this why it's like, yeah, exactly. What's up, Chris? Exactly right. Exactly. You don't exactly want to be back into the play, but that's what we were saying. I mean, just a couple weeks ago. Okay, who's the best team? The Rams. Like, okay, like who is it now?
It's the Rams. I guess it's still the Rams.
You still think it's the Rams, huh?
Yeah. Look, they lost 2 games, right? One they were missing 3 offensive linemen. And really a game that didn't mean all that much because they could still get the 5 seed. I'm kind of shocked that they played the starters, frankly. Like I thought they'd take them out like at halftime once they were down. So the other game they lost, they were up 30-14 entering the fourth quarter. And they lost because of a weird, like a 2-point bungle by the officials where the play was dead and everyone stopped on the Rams and they gave the Seahawks 2 points anyway. And also the kick return by Rashid Shaheed. So those 2 things allowed Seattle to come back. So like otherwise, like the Rams dominated that game for 3 quarters. So like their only one loss is to Atlanta when they were missing 3 blockers. I feel like, I still would favor the Rams heading into the playoffs, and I believe that they're tied with Seattle as the favorites. Just want to check that. Seattle and the Rams are both plus 550. Denver then plus 750. Eagles and Niners plus 950. Bills 10-1. So
wow, okay. Wow, the Broncos. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that surprised the Broncos are that high, but I would never take them at that.
Yeah. Well, they're the 1 seed. People are gonna bet them, I guess. My Jacksonville Jaguars 13-1. By the way, I took them at 20-1.
Yeah, you have a 20. That's right.
Yeah.
Don't take. Nice. I think the Bears are an interesting play.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
They have no pass rush, but other than that, they're playing really well right now. They're well coached.
Well, I'm just telling you, and I mean we can dive right into it if you'd like, but I'm just telling you what. As a Packers fan, I'm gonna have to hear about the Bears beating the Packers in the playoffs for like another 10 years, because that's what's going to happen here. That's what's going to happen. Because I love the Bears. They're one of my favorite plays this week. I mean, what the honk happened to Detroit, man? They lost to the Golden Gopher with like three positive yards or 3 net yards.
Yeah, it was a very sad performance on Detroit's part for sure.
I just don't see him showing up here. And I mean, the only way for the Bears to fall out of the 2 seed, because remember Green Bay's locked into the 7 seed now. So for the Bears to fall out of the 2 seed, they'd have to lose, and the Eagles would have to win. I just don't see them losing this game. They're going to be coming after them, especially because the Lions put a beating on them earlier on in the season. Ben Johnson, I think, is not. I think he's going to be cinder block on the gas pedal if given the opportunity here. So, and there certainly, maybe some people can argue, oh, well, the seeding isn't important to some. It's important to the Chicago Bears in this instance. They want to play Green Bay because they know like they can beat Green Bay, and I would definitely take the Bears against them. So I think it's going to be like they're almost like going to send a message. So I like the Bears big time. I already have them locked in on my card at -3. I think this could be a romp. What do you think here?
Yeah, I mean, if this is just motivationally based, right? That's that's our biggest angle in this game, right? Like because Detroit, we suspect that they may not show up because their season is ruined, and they didn't really play that hard last week, and this is going to be the first January in 3 years where they get to go on vacation. So they might already be looking ahead to their tropical island destination of choice, right? So that's definitely the main angle here. And I mean, Detroit's their defense is so bad that you figure Caleb Williams should be able to score a lot. And it's going to be even worse than usual because Alex Anzalone's out and Aleem McNeil is going to be out too. So like that's 2 guys who are 2 of the better players in their defense are going to be out. And it's still going to have Aiden Hutchinson. That's basically just it. Their entire secondary is out. So I think Chicago's a good play. The only thing that concerned me that popped up is that the Bears have 4 illnesses. Now, anytime you have 3 or more illnesses, it's a red flag. And then when you get to 4 or 5, etc., that means you might have the flu. But the Lions also have 4 guys with illnesses. So this is like, it's like, in algebra, and you like a negative and negative, you can cancel them out. Like, does that apply here? I don't know. But that's like the only downside I saw with the Bears, potential flu, but the Lions have that too. So Detroit's already a tropical island. Nice. Long time no see.
What's
love
up,
to
love
eat.
to eat.
Welcome back. Glad to have you back.
I don't.
And
But
Chris is saying the Bears are overrated. Lucky. I think they are lucky with the turnovers, but I think they've gotten better. I think they were more lucky than good earlier in the year, but I think now that they are better, I think they've gotten a lot better as the season's progressed. So I'm down to put the Bears in the card. They're only -3. I'm kind of shocked by how low.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only thing that's concerning to me. Doesn't it seem a little too easy just to play devil's advocate?
It does. Let's see what the money is. Money's 50-50. So apparently the public doesn't think it's easy. So unless like a lot of public money comes in on the Bears in the next 48 hours, like I don't see why that would be an issue. Even though like I did find it like very sketchy because I would have made the line 4.5.
I would have made it like 5 or 5. I'm a handicapper now.
Yeah, there you go. What is like, Price is Right? Like I've said 4.5. I'd say 5.
Yeah, closest without going over, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Ooh, now I got myself second guessing that, but I don't know. I still stand by what I said, though. I think Johnson, the Bears are gonna step on it.
Yeah, the Lions embarrassed them week 2. They ran up the score against them. Like Ben Johnson's going to remember that. The players are going to remember that. So,
yeah. I mean, unless this ends up being like some stupid like 28-27 game or something, and they still win. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Look, it's Jared Goff in the cold, and it's not going to be like windy conditions. And it's actually like not that cold. It's like 31 degrees. It's supposed to be like, although you never know with the weather. Like 31 is not that bad. It's not like 20 or lower. But still, it's not ideal for Jared Goff, who plays better indoors, and he didn't even play well indoors last week. So, this team seems like they're in shambles right now. But I don't know. Maybe they summon the energy to play hard, and then they want to, take it to the Bears here one final week. I don't see why, but maybe they could.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably an unlikely scenario, but.
So Andy says, "Thanks, Tom. You're having a great season." Yeah, Westgate pays top 20 in ties. That's bad news because I'm 1.5 points out of top 30, but I'm 2.5 points out of top 20. So I would need a 5-0 to have a chance there. 5-0, I think I'd possibly be in the top 20, but 5-0 is tough to get. So 5-0 would be incredible because, like I said, that would give me a great chance to win or be in the top 3 of the mini contest. So,
I'll be rooting for you.
I'm rooting for you too. So we all do well.
That's what we do. We promote positivity here. We support one another.
That's right. It's like I remember I used to write Emmett on the Brink.
Yeah.
And so instead of Entourage, Emmett was on a show where you replaced the T and put a C in. It was Encourage, and it was like Tim Tebow and like all these like goody two shoes people, and all they did was be like, "You're the best, you're the best."
I'll just never forget when he were Al Harris on the Packers. I loved Al Harris. Called him Al Jackson.
Yeah. Was that Al Johnson? Yeah, was that Al Johnson or Al Jackson?
I thought it was Jackson, but it was so funny. I loved Al Harris on Green Bay.
Everyone was Johnson or Jackson to Emmett, and then I told you this a couple weeks ago. I told you this. People may not have heard it, but like my favorite Emmett thing ever was when he was getting in the hall. He was in the Hall of Fame game because he just got inducted, and Al Michaels was the play-by-play announcer. And Al Michaels introduces him, brings Emmett into the booth. Al Michaels introduces him, and Emmett goes, "Thanks, Mike."
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen when John Elway thanks himself, that press conference.
No,
He's like, he was going to, I think they let John Fox go, the coach. But he's like, first of all, he was trying to say like, thank you to John Fox for everything he did. But John Elway walks in, he's like, first off, I want to say thank you to John Elway. He's like, John Elway, John Fox. That's so great. He came out and thanked himself.
It's so weird because you never like,
yeah,
you never call yourself by your own name. You know, you say I. Obviously, you don't just say John Elway unless you're talking to yourself. In the third person there.
At least he caught it. You know, like, but that's such a he just had like a brain. A moment, if you will.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, now I'm starting to get nervous about the Bears, man.
Well, you can always
easy.
You can always hedge it. So think about it that way. You can live hedge. You know, if the Bears go down or like are trailing or something, try to maybe live hedge it or something. I love Tom, the Dr. Kosak of football handicappers. So how's that go? So Tom is handicapping games because his daughter was kidnapped by the other handicappers. I don't know which one kidnapped his daughter. That's what we're going for here.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's an it's an honor to be compared to a Mega Man character, you know.
Dr. Kosak, Russian.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man.
The Russian robot builder for Mega Man 4. Very underrated Mega Man, by the way. Everyone loves 2 and 3, and rightfully so. I think 4 is almost just as good.
I like 4 as well. I agree it's underrated, but I think I would gravitate to 3 first and then 2.
Oh, interesting. I feel like most people would say 2, then 3. I found this YouTube video. It's a city pop Mega Man 2 remix album. It's like jazz Mega Man music. It's great. It's so good. The saxophone on it's so good.
Oh, that's cool. I'd like to hear some of that. You know,
I'll send you a link after.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd love to hear that. No. There's this. I think I've told you that you can see the live video on YouTube. It's this band that I guess they call themselves Bit Brigade.
Okay.
And they have one guy playing Mega Man 2. It's like a concert, and like on the big screen they have like the game. Someone's there like sitting there playing the game, and there's like it's like a rock band, like guitar, bass, drum, and like they're watching the game and playing like the music to all the different levels and bosses. So, but like as soon as they like get to the boss's layer, like you know, like they have to change the music. Da 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 da. You know, like, but they have to be watching, and like the guy playing has to play flawless too. But it's so cool, like they go through the whole thing to like, you know, like the stage select screens and everything. It's called Bit Brigade Mega Man 2, like live like it's so good. I think I might have shown it to you once.
I think you did. Yeah, there's actually a local band here that plays video game music. They play bars and stuff. Cool. I saw them once. So this is a while ago. It was back when I used to go to bars, which is a long time ago. But it was. They were really good, and they would play not just Mega Man, but like Castlevania and Mario, and a lot of Dr. Mario and stuff like that. Yeah, Forehead is amazing. 4's music was great. The Cossack 3 and 4 levels, some of the best like 8-bit soundtracks over here. So good. I mean, they're all great.
I haven't played in a while. I used to. For those of you who don't know, I can beat Mega Man X in like 57 minutes.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I think the world record's like, I want to say it's like 37 minutes or something. So I'm nowhere. But like, I remember I did a long play. I actually have it on my YouTube channel. It has like no views. It's fine. But like without even practicing, I could beat it. I think it took me an hour and 8 minutes. And then I just practiced for like, I don't know, like a month. I got it down to 57.
It's awesome
to beat the whole game. I don't know why, like something about, you know, like I love the slide, the power up that you get in Chill Penguins level, and like you use it and it's like that slide boost, I think it's called. The timing of the buttons, just I don't know, it came so naturally to me. Like when I was young, I was always just really good at that game. Like I never had to practice. Like I mean there were times where I had slumps, but I could rip through that one quick.
Yeah.
So I can't remember what my best time was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was only gonna keep going.
Oh no, I was gonna say I can't. You remember when I used to speed run Super Mario World?
Yeah.
You were that was so much fun, man. I think was my best time. I remember. I think the world record is 7:45, and I did it in 9:43. I remember I was a minute and 58 away from the world record, which is very
do they use
substantial.
glitches though in those world
Yeah,
records?
they
I
use
hate that.
glitches.
It's not
Oh
fair.
yeah.
I don't think you should be able to use any sort of computer. You should be able to have to use the old school system for world records. I think it's BS.
Well, I think there's a category for each. Like there's like how about like 100% speed run? Like some
Yeah.
people like to see those. Like mine's not 100% speed run. That'd be impossible.
Yeah, that's true. I used to. I'm playing Resident Evil with my son, who just turned 4, by the way.
Oh my god!
What?
Does he have nightmares?
No, it's not. Resident Evil's not scary. It's just jump scares. It's like the zombie pops out of the closet. Like it's nothing scary about it. I'm not gonna play Silent Hill with him. Like that would give him nightmares. That would give me nightmares if I played that game right now. No, it's just like it's a guy jumping out of the closet or the dog jumping through the window. Like it's just jump scares. It's not anything. Anyway, he loves it. He loves watching me play.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Daddy, how do you know how to do everything?" And I'm like, I used to go. My friends and I used to have competitions and who could beat the game fastest. It's true. Resident Evil 2, I speed ran like when I was in probably high school, I guess. Probably in high school.
The original.
Resident Evil 2,
original PlayStation.
The original PlayStation.
It's one of my favorite games of all time. I remember when I first saw that, I mean, when I say I wasn't scared of it, but I was like, it made you jump a few times, like I wasn't scared to play it or anything, but like,
no, it was never scary to play. It was just jump scares,
Mm-hmm.
Or in the remake, which we're playing, I don't know if there was the Crimson Head zombies, where you have to actually, if you shoot the zombies without popping their heads off, you have to burn them.
Right.
Yeah. And if it's like 20 minutes in game time, they will turn to their skin will turn red, and then they'll jump up and they'll be fast and they'll have claws.
I remember those. Yeah, those are tough.
Yeah. So like we have to make sure you burn everything. So it was
the first 2 Resident Evils on original PlayStation. That's where it's at. It's at.
It was incredible. Yeah.
All right, what do we got? What do we got next?
So I want to bring up a game that I changed my opinion on. I actually started with something that Andy said on Wednesday. So Browns Bengals. I initially thought, no real opinion on this game. Maybe the Browns here because the Browns usually do better against the Bengals. They tend to have their number, right? We saw week 1 where they should have beaten the Bengals. They got gained by like 200 yards or something crazy. Bengals had like 140 net yards of offense. They look pathetic. The only reason why the Bengals lost that game is because the Browns had like 2 interceptions where the ball popped out of the hands of like Jerry Jeudy and someone else. I think it was Njoku, and then the ball landed in the arms of some Bengal defenders. Like otherwise, the Browns probably won that game. And then the Browns also missed a chip shot field goal from we used to make fun of the guy like Schmidt. I forget what his first name is, but like something Schmidt, and like he spells his name like SMZYZT or something. So like we had fun with that in week 2. So I'm thinking here, like, okay, the Browns usually have the Bengals number. The Browns defense will play hard because of Myles Garrett and such. And like, yeah, it is divisional rivalry, of course, every game this week is. And I thought, okay, so, and maybe Joe Burrow doesn't do as well this week against a good defense. And, the Bengals will win, but they won't cover. And something Andy said I thought made a lot of sense was that the motivational angle here for the Browns, it could be like, Andre Schmidt, here we go. Yeah. So it could be like lackluster here because the Browns are coming off their win against the Steelers, and that's their biggest rival. And even though this is in state, that's the biggest rival. And, that was kind of like their Super Bowl. Like they even like tweeted about it. So I don't know how hard they're going to play in this game. Like I assume Myles Garrett's going to play hard to get the record, but outside of that, like, do they really care about the Bengals? Like not as much as the Steelers or Ravens for that matter. So that's one thing here. Another thing is that there's 2 more things. The second thing is I was wrong. I was wrong about the Browns dominating the Bengals. They do in Cleveland. Cleveland owns the Bengals in Cleveland. Cleveland actually owns the Steelers in Cleveland. The Browns have taken 6 out of 7 from the Steelers in Cleveland. But the last 3 games in Cincinnati between these teams, last year 24-6 Cincinnati. The year before that 31-14 Cincinnati, and the year before that 23-10 Cincinnati. So wins by 18, 17, and 13 points here. So obviously the Bengals cover every time on the spread. And the third thing is the Browns are going to be down their top 2 tight ends, and that's like where their offense comes from. It's David Njoku and Harold Fannin. The Bengals are weakest against tight ends, so like that's actually like a big deal. We saw last week Fannin caught the touchdown, and then the Browns scored another touchdown after that because he got hurt. And Carson Schlesinger, the Browns rookie of the year, their star linebacker, he's going to be out as well. So the defense is not going to be as good without Schlesinger. So all these things together kind of make me think that the Bengals are the right side, and I think they might make my card as like my fifth pick. So like I said earlier in the week, I had a different opinion on this game, and now it's completely different. So how do you feel about this one?
Yeah, this is a little bit of a tough one for me. I don't have a strong opinion, but I'm because I was kind of in your shoes. I kind of like the Browns at first, but I think I could argue that they just won their Super Bowl last week. That's like you said. I agree. I agree that the Brown Steelers is a bigger rivalry. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure people in Ohio will tell me differently, but at least for the casual viewer, it seems like it. And you took the words out of my mouth. The Browns do tend to dominate Cincinnati, but only at home. So here's the thing. I don't like the spot for the Browns coming off what arguably could have been their Super Bowl last week. In what was that? 13-6.
Yeah,
that was just a. I don't know, but coming off of that, I mean, sure, I think you're right. Myles Garrett will play hard, but what if he gets he needs 1 sack, right?
Yep.
Okay, what if he gets that in the first drive? If I'm Cleveland, I'm pulling him out for the rest of the game.
Oh, really?
I mean, why? Maybe not.
Well, if the coach isn't going to be around, like, what does he care?
I guess not. I don't know. What's really? I guess you could say division rivalry. I guess I'm wrong. But I don't know. I would consider maybe doing that. I don't know. There's just what if they do? Maybe I am wrong, but what if they do? What if that does happen? Like that's going to change things, and so I don't know. Outside of that, like what kind of effort we're gonna see from the Browns necessarily. So, but like I think the Bengals look a little too easy. Maybe I can make that argument now.
I believe the money's in, the bets are on the Browns.
No, really? Maybe I talked myself into this.
56% Bengals. So nothing of note there.
I don't know. What do either of these teams care? But the
Bengals are building for next year, I think.
Yeah, and look, I'm not suggesting that every team, I know they're playing for contracts and whatnot. I'm not saying every team that's out of it is just going to completely phone it in. But I don't know. There's too many what ifs. I'm leaning Cincinnati now, but I probably won't. I don't know. I've been going back and forth on this one, so I'll probably leave it alone.
And say key for me is Bengals continue to play hard as season winds down. I think they're building for next year. They know they got screwed this year with the Burrow injury, and just having momentum heading into next year, and they know their coach is coming back. And conversely, the Browns, I think they probably know Kevin Stefanski's not coming back, and as Chris says here, should be able to. The final sentence. He says, looking to fade lame duck coaches. Generally, teams with lame duck coaches in Week 18 do poorly. This is the second game we're talking about so far, and the Browns have a lame duck coach, and so I think that given that the players they don't know who they're playing for next year. First of all, they could not be in Cleveland, but even if they are going to be in Cleveland, it's not like they're looking to impress Stefanski because he's probably going to be out of a job. So just a lot of uncertainty there. And yeah, they won the Super Bowl. It seems like the more and more I think about it, the more obvious the Bengals become to me.
Yeah. Now, and let me Let me clarify what I said earlier when I say now maybe the Bengals seem too easy, because I've taken them the past 2 weeks against Arizona and Miami, and look what happened there. Like, why would there be any? So, like, let me ask you, like, what's your argument against? Because wasn't the line also like 7.5 for those games? I'm pretty sure.
Well, the Arizona game was, I believe.
Oh no, the other one was double digits, wasn't it?
What was the
like Miami?
Week 16? No, the line was 4.5. It may have gone up a little bit, but in the contest it was 4.5, and then last week it was 7.5 against Arizona, Cincinnati against Arizona at home, which seems like a super off line there. And I mean, we both had Cincinnati. It seemed like an obvious play.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the argument against? If I ask you, okay, like, what's going to be different about this game? Like, why won't Cincinnati do the same thing it's done in the past 2 games against arguably, weaker opponent? Maybe.
Well, I mean, better defense but worse offense.
Right, right. And, yeah. I mean, that's the argument, right? The Browns' defense.
Yeah, but like I said, Carson Schwarzenegger's out. Like, that's a big deal. He's been so good for them this year. That that's a big difference maker in the middle of the field. Not having that. So,
I sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, I didn't really have much else to say. I mean, the Browns have had some other injuries as well defensively. Like, they aren't what they were at the beginning of the year. Like, we've seen some bad performances from them. Not including last week's 6-point effort against the Steelers, because the Steelers were missing their top 2 receivers, including Metcalf. So, like, it's hard to take that one seriously. But the Browns have had some stinkers recently. They allowed a lot of points to the Titans, for example. The Bills, I thought they played well there defensively, but the week before that, they allowed 31 to Chicago, and then they allowed how many points? They allowed 31 to the Titans as well. So, and they did have injuries. Like, Denzel Ward was out, and he's back, but like I said, Schwarzenegger's out. So this is not like the Browns at like peak efficiency defense. This is the Browns where they're a little bit weaker. So. There might be some liabilities to exploit there, and like generally, like these games the Browns have played against superior competition, what usually happens is they hang around for a while, and then the fourth quarter comes around, or late third quarter, and then the other team like breaks free because the Browns are a little bit tired defensively, and then like the floodgates open, and then like the offense like throws a pick 6 or something, and then like the next thing you know, the Browns lose by 20, even though you're like, wait, wasn't this close like 2 minutes ago? Like, what happened? Like, that happened against Detroit. It's like back in like week 4 or something when they played Detroit. That was like a super close game for a while. And then the Browns ended up losing 34-10, even though the yardage in that game was 277 to 249 Detroit. So like like that stuff tends to happen. The Browns offense is just so terrible. Like Shedeur without his top 2 weapons. Njoku and Fannin. It's just like, how do the Browns move the ball? Like, even against Cincinnati, like, how do they move the ball? Like, Cincinnati's defense hasn't been as bad as they were at the beginning of the season. They've had some good efforts recently.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Let me ask you this. So Shedeur Sanders, he has looked really bad at times, but he has had his moments. He has had some moments. Is that something you might agree with?
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, I just don't want to be holding the Bengals ticket and being like, oh yeah, we forgot how bad their defense sucked, and like Shedeur has looked good against some, I don't know, maybe some more inferior defenses, the likes of, when did he have some okay games? Tennessee, he had a decent game against. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trying to think of
a bad defense. Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess that's what I could come up with for the Browns here, because how motivated is, again, maybe we're getting into motivations again, or maybe I'm thinking too deeply about it, but I don't know. I like the Bengals, but I'm just trying to check myself here,
Yeah.
But if you want to put it on our card, I'm good with it,
Well, we could put it as a maybe for now.
Yeah.
Chicago's a definite when we've only gone over 2 games so far. So,
but
maybe we'll like some other games more than that.
Mm-hmm.
real fast. Battletoads just love to eat. That's PTSD.
Geez.
That brings up some. That's PTSD right there with the
That's a horrible. I know exactly what level you're talking about.
the third level where you're on the motorcycle, whatever it is. That is
like the hoverboard. Not a hoverboard, but like
whatever it was. That was like nightmare inducing. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. Like I did eventually beat it, but only on NES simulator. I could never beat it on the original Nintendo.
I don't know that I ever did too, or either rather, but
yeah, and it only gets harder after that. Like the game is unforgiving. It's so brutal.
It really is.
Yeah. All right, so you're up with the next game here. What do you got for us?
All right, well, let's get right into this Carolina and Tampa game.
Okay,
so I think this is kind of interesting. I've only ever liked one side in this game, but the amount of how much I've liked them has kind of gone back and forth. Maybe the wrong team's favored.
Maybe.
I mean, I know that sounds crazy because it's like, look, the Panthers, and they did not look good at all last week against Seattle. But Seattle is arguably the best team in football. And we've kind of said all year, well, like they're really not good, but they've found ways to win. They found ways to win. Okay, against some opponents that are inferior to them, but some that weren't. And there is absolutely nothing about this and this pains me to say this because I have some buddies that are Bucs fans, the Buccaneers, as they said in NFL 95. But what am I like? The Panthers beat them last time. The Panthers or the Bucs have looked absolutely horrible.
Yep.
I mean, how many in a row have they lost now? And what
they were 6-2. They're 6-2 now. They're 7-9.
And I'm not trying to, because I love Baker, and he's the man is a warrior. I love Baker Mayfield, but it's just like what the wheels fell off. What they're just going to magically come back on? I don't care if they're at home. Why? Because the people still. I just think people haven't bought into that the Panthers are better. Like they just like the Bucs should win this game, so they will. But like why? Like what have they possibly shown you in the last 7 weeks that would make you think that everything's okay now? So I don't know. I think this could be an easy win for Carolina. And also, and not to mention that if you're the Bucs, like you come into this game knowing that you don't just need to win. Like I think that puts a damper on your outlook a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that takes a little bit of wind out of your sails. Going in it's like a little monkey on your back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I feel that way. I like the Panthers. I think they're going to win outright. And hey, and look, obviously they could lose, but or maybe it could be like a 17-16 game. But I'm just telling you, the Bucs have inspired absolutely no faith in me. I have no faith in them.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any faith in them. There's no reason to. Their only win was against Arizona by 3 points, and that Arizona team has gotten blown out in almost every other game recently. So
yeah, I take no pleasure in saying that because I like the team. But, and even the game, a lot of the games they won. Remember, they barely beat Houston at the beginning of the year. Yeah, Houston has. Their defense wasn't playing as well as it is now necessarily, but that team's offense is anemic. They barely squeaked by them. They almost lost to the freaking Jets.
Mm-hmm.
They did have a couple wins in there. They kept it close with the Bills. That game was a little bit closer than the score indicated. And, I'm not suggesting they've been completely horrible. They beat the 49ers, but what, you know who this reminds me of? Jacksonville 2 years ago. Remember when they were 7-2 and just the wheels fell off and they missed the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's the Bucs. That's what's happening to them right now. And I don't think anything's going to change. The Panthers beat them already. That's what I think is going to happen. They're going to lose this game. And Carolina's going to win the division.
Well, the thing you have to ask yourself here is that do you care about not getting the +3, which is what the line is? And it's gone from 2.5 to 3, which is noteworthy. But in the contest, it's 2.5. So if you like Carolina, you have to take +2.5. How much does that bother you?
I mean, obviously, it's not ideal. I'd rather have 3, but it's not enough to put me off of it.
Okay.
I just Hey, maybe this could be like a 17-16 game. Maybe Tampa Bay does win, but I don't know. I can't. I'm going to feel much dumber, I think, holding a Tampa Bay ticket, and then they get just run over.
Yeah,
I don't know. And I'm not trying to sit here and say that I think Carolina's great or anything, but it's just this is a little heavier anti-Tampa as opposed to pro-Carolina. I think they're all right, but you know.
I think there's a good chance this is a 3-point game either way. Now Tampa has, like we said, they're 1-7 in their past 8 games, which sounds horrible. But a couple of their games they were up by 14 against Atlanta in the fourth quarter. They were very close to the Saints at home in the fourth quarter. The Saints ended up winning that game, and it seemed terrible at the time, but the Saints played better recently too. So while they've gone 1-7 in the past 8 games, like they've almost won some games. Like granted, like against like not great teams, but the Panthers aren't great either. So I think this could be either Carolina by 3 or Tampa by 3. I think those are the 2 most likely results of this game. At 3, you get the winner of the push, but at 2.5, you get winner or loss. And that's what would bother me in the contest. The potential to have Tampa win by 3 and then you lose because you had the 2.5. You had a bad line.
Sure, no, I definitely get that, but it doesn't scare me away enough. I don't think. I'm definitely considering it for the card.
Okay. Well, I'll put it down as a maybe.
Okay.
Carolina plus 2.5. No, noteworthy that we'd have to submit this a couple hours beforehand.
Tampa fans, even some of my friends, they're already calling for Bulls to get out of here. They
should.
Yeah, and I just think it just seems like I said this about the Eagles. I thought the Eagles. What's up, Zay?
So hot.
Zay, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. I said a few weeks ago that the Eagles look depressed. It's the best way I could put it. Bucks do too. And I take no pleasure in saying that because I like the Bucks. I like their team. No, my number one fans here. Thanks, Zay. Appreciate it.
Well, the Eagles were looking depressed, but they may have seen their therapist because they've won a few games in a row here. So who's to say Tampa hasn't seen a therapist?
I just think it's more likely they're continuing to unravel.
Could be.
So
could be. I do think Carolina wins as well, but I'm not as confident of it. I'm not going to bet it. Actually, Evan said yesterday that a good strategy for this game is wait till a team scores, like goes up by 7, and then bet the other side because it should be a close game.
Yeah, I think that's probably good advice, especially coming from Evan and his track record. So, but also, hey, how about Panthers 49ers in a teaser plus 8.5 on each side? That's not too bad.
Yeah, I think that works as long as you're getting a good price on the teaser, which it's a rarity these days to get a good price on the teaser because now they're charging like minus 130, minus 140 for the teasers.
Oh yeah,
which is unacceptable. It has to be like minus
unacceptable.
It's not. It's awful. Like how do you bet that? It's just bad math. Like it's just not profitable long term.
Bad math. What are you, a geometry teacher? It's bad math. Who are you, Socrates over there?
Hey, I took calculus 3 in college, man.
Wow, I took one level of calc in college. It was a scary semester of my life too, but I got to be.
Was it calc 1 or 2? What you say?
Calc 1.
Calc 1 sucked, but 2 was hard, very hard. Ended up somehow getting like a B in there, and then like calc 3 was it was so bad, so hard, dude. We had this Russian professor. This guy was like, it was more like a black turtleneck, no matter what, no matter like it was cold or hot outside. He always had this black turtleneck on. Anyway, he gave a quiz to us. It was only 2 questions. It took the whole hour. So like we had to solve 2 things. I can't even remember what they were. Obviously calc 3 stuff. But so it's the whole 50 minutes. So the whole class, we try to solve these 2 questions and we hand them in. The next class we come in. It's a Tuesday, Thursday class. And that's 2 days later we come in, and he's like, in his Russian accent. He goes, guys, you've all failed quiz. Like he hands them all back. Everyone in the class, there's only like 12 people in the class. Everyone got a 0 out of 2. No one got it right. He's like, guys, I show you how to do this. And so he starts on the board. And he starts writing the first one. He doesn't get the second one. He's doing the first one. It takes him like 15 minutes. Like he's writing stuff down. And then he's like, he just stops. And he just looks for like 5 minutes. He just like doesn't say anything. We're like, what he just stares. And he's like, guys, I make a mistake. He couldn't even solve the question on his quiz. He gave us he wiped out all the zeros because he couldn't solve it.
Oh my god! Wow, well that worked out great. That's hilarious.
I hated that. That was the worst class I took at Penn State. It's horrible.
You don't know true terror until, remember in like textbooks, math textbooks, the odd number answers would be in the back of the textbook.
Yeah.
You don't know true terror until like you're doing your calculus homework and you're like, okay, this is the answer I came up with. Let me look. I have no idea how I got this answer. Let me look in the back of the book, and I'm correct. That's terrifying. That's terrifying because I'm like, I have no idea what I solved or what I got. Yeah. I think this is right, and I was. It was scary, man. It really was. It was really frightening to me because you just had to like, you had to learn to like trust yourself because I couldn't understand. I could get through the motions. I ended up getting a B in the class. It was like one of the only B's I got when I was pursuing my associate's degree. But I had to work very hard in calculus. I pulled like all-nighters and I see the tutors and everything because I had to pass it. And I'd never taken pre-calc. Don't ask me how that happened, but
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so it was extra hard, you know.
Yeah. The crappy part was when in the physics classes at Penn State, you had to use calc to solve the physics questions, and you're like, this is I hated it. Like I loved Penn State after I changed my major. Before I changed my major, I hated it because like we would have these like questions in physics that would require like calc 2 stuff. I was only calc 1. I'm like, I haven't learned calc 2 yet. How am I supposed to solve these things without learning this? Like, why didn't you tell me I had to take calc 2 before this physics class? Like, they didn't say anything, and like I just had to like ask people like, how do you do this? They're like, oh, I don't know. We just had to figure it out. Using calc 2 stuff. So like, I'm like, I'm at a loss here with these physics classes. Like, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. Like
physics. Oh, I would never want to take. I'd die. I'd die if I had to take college physics.
High school physics was so easy. I like basically taught the class because our teacher was like MIA half the time. He was like on his last year, he was retiring, and like half the class is like, we don't know what's going on. He's like, I don't know. It's just like sat down. Like, this girl Marianne, she's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, this is like in class. I'm like, hey, this is what you do. This is what you do. And like other people hold it up. I'm like, hey, this is how you get the answer. I actually saw her at the my high school 5-year reunion. And she comes up, she's like, Walt, I'm so thankful for you. I never said thank you because I wouldn't have passed physics if it wasn't for you. I was like, wow. That's so nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Wow. Sounds like a really good teacher. Your professor.
Well, I used to be a swim coach. So,
no, I know. Yeah. I know, but I meant you're the actual teacher. He seemed like he was doing a good job there.
That guy was like I said, he was checked out. He was retiring. He had like there was nothing. He didn't want to do anything. He just like he's like refused to teach. He's terrible.
I had a teacher like that. It was like I guess geography / social studies, history.
Yeah. And
it was his last semester, and this guy, he would be like next door talking to the teacher for the first like 30 to 45 minutes. Because the other teacher didn't have a class.
Yeah.
And then he'd just walk in there and he would just sit on the desk and just ramble forever. And on his last day, like, you know, he's got like all his stuff in his room. He just walked out, never came back. He's like, screw it. He's just like, you guys figure out what to do with this stuff. That's the way I want to go out, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. All right. What do you got next for us?
All right. My top play this week, the only 5-unit play, is the Patriots over the Dolphins. So we have obviously a huge talent discrepancy here. There's no question about it. Miami is just awful right now. They did beat Tampa. I think that was like their last stand here. But before that, they got slaughtered by the Bengals. And this Patriot team is better than the Bengals. So I feel like the Patriots, just based on talent, just have a big edge here. But then you have the motivational angle. And like, yeah, this is a divisional matchup, but it's also going to be played in 25-degree weather in Foxborough. It was, as we know, the Dolphins do not like to tackle in the cold weather. We saw that in the Pittsburgh game. And yeah, there's no Tua, but Quinn Ewers, or Quinn Sewers, as I told you via text. He was born in San Antonio. He played every collegiate game for the Texas Longhorns. And the 2 games he played so far with the Dolphins was started in Miami. This is going to be his first cold weather game ever. So like, it's basically like Tua, who doesn't like to play in the cold too. I don't see Ewers playing well. And you know, the Patriots, they do have something to play for. It's the 1 seed. Now they might see Denver at halftime way up on the Chargers. They might pull their starters. That's like the only thing to worry about here. But the Patriots could be up like 28-0 in the first half, like they were against the Jets. By the way, the Dolphins may not have they may not have Jalen Waddle, who's questionable. They're almost certainly not going to have Devon Achane, who's doubtful, and they're not going to have Darren Waller, who's out. So like all their playmakers are out. Like, what is this going to be like? Theo Wease Jr.'s coming out party here for the Dolphins. He might be their number 1 weapon. Like he and Greg Dulcich. Like this team is so dreadful. So I like the Patriots a lot here. What do you think?
I like him a lot too. I don't really have much to add because you hit on pretty much everything I was just saying. I don't think Ewers is as bad as maybe you say, but at the same time, the Dolphins never seem to do well in the cold. I also what is the line? Let me see what I have here, because I think I already have the Patriots locked in on my card and I think I have it at. Give me 1 second here.
Smart to lock it in because it's only going to go up.
Let me see here.
Well, it's 10.5 in the circa as you look.
Yeah, I have it at 10.5, but I think it's moved to 11 now. So I have a little
11 or 11.5.
Yeah. It's okay. It's 11 now on the card. At my bookie. So yeah, so I'm going to keep the 10.5. I like it a lot too. I don't see why. I mean, how much are the Dolphins even going to score in this?
Yeah,
you know, I think 20 points could do it maybe. So, and I think, you know, they're going to want to have Drake May ball out as much as possible. You know, so
yeah. So is this a definite for us?
Yeah, let's put it on.
All right. So we have 2 definites right now. Chicago and New England. Chris asking, did you lower or drop your bet on the Saints? Yeah, well, that'll be the next thing I'm gonna bring up. Yeah, I dropped it because of Chris Olave. Yeah. Okay, so what is your next game?
You know, well, let's just get to the Vikings and Packers. This is a definite on the on my individual card on my bookie because I locked it in at -6.5.
Nice.
And then they announced that Looney Tune was starting. So
Sewers and Looney Tune, nice.
Yeah, I just hope that I won't be singing a different tune by the time this one is over. But no, but I have 3 points of value here, so I have the Vikings -6.5 on my card.
Yeah.
So I really can't get rid of that. That's almost a free square at this point. I guess the only if I wanted to try to come up with the devil's advocate argument here is like, I mean, I feel like no one's giving Green Bay a chance, but I just don't. I mean, they're so beat up. Like they shouldn't do anything. But their defense, now that they have Trayvon Diggs, I mean, I think their defense will probably show some effort though. You know, because I mean, I'm going to guess that he's going to play. They're going to want him. Like, why not get him some reps in the system? You know, you're going to the playoffs. You know, you're probably going to play the Bears in a game that's absolutely meaningless. Like, get him in there and at least get him familiarized a little bit. So now that's one guy. Again, like we're talking about motivation. So maybe the defense will play harder than most people think. So I guess that's my argument against the Vikings, which I don't think is much. Because the Packers are so beat up, they ought to just phone this one in, which is what I think everyone expects them to do. But I mean, what if Toon freaking goes off? Like, what if he's like a bomb to Matthew Golden for his first touchdown? You know what? I would take like Savion Williams or Golden like touchdown in this one, just in case something does happen. But let's look at the Vikings. Okay, so to counter that, let's look at the Vikings defense. It's been playing so much better lately. We saw what happened on Christmas with Detroit. Like, why would it be any different? They're definitely going to bring effort in this game. What they have 8 wins? They have 8 wins now or 7 wins?
Well, the Vikings, they're 8-8, so they can finish above 500.
Yeah, okay. And at this juncture, it's not like they're vying for a top draft pick. They're going to bring effort at home to end the season against a division rival in a game where JJ McCarthy can get more reps. Again, they would love to beat Green Bay and essentially say, hey, the only difference between us and Green Bay was a tie. As far as the record goes. So the Vikings are definitely going to bring effort here. So and as strong as that defense has been playing, I just don't see Clayton Tune scoring more than like 10.
Yeah.
Unless they have some success on the ground, I imagine it's going to be like Wilson and Brooks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would suspect. Well, first of all, Andy's going to step out, so good luck to you as well, Andy.
Yeah, you too, Andy. Thank you, man.
The Packers. I mean, they're going to rest their starters, right? Like they have nothing to play for. They're locked into the 7th seed. They can't do anything. Like why? Like there's a reason why they're playing Clayton Tune. Like Jordan Love is cleared concussion protocol. He could play this game if he wanted to, but they're sitting him. So I would assume that they're going to sit a lot of their other starters, or at least their best starters. So like I would not expect some of their key defenders to play. So I think the Vikings should be able to win easily here.
I agree. Let's go. What do we have them on the circa?
We have -8.5.
Yeah, I'll still take it.
All right, so we got a third definite here. 8.5. Pat is asking, why did you stop doing player props? We're doing live props because that's why I was like, why do pregame player props when we could do live player props? Like I feel like we've done so well with them, especially with the ladders. They've been great. So don't hit everyone, but when you hit the ladder, like that makes up for like 3 losses, which is actually probably even more. So that's what we've been doing instead of the pregame player props. All right. So what were you gonna say?
I've got a bet for you. So we've seen a history, and this is coming from a Packers fan, too. I hope I'm wrong. Hope Jordan Love has a great game against the Bears in the first round of the playoffs. But we've seen, historically, quarterbacks coming into their first start off a concussion tend to struggle early. I would take Bears defense, special teams, anytime touchdown, or Jordan Love over interception, maybe over 1.5 even.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. I hate to be a doomsayer as a Packers fan, but it's just like, haven't I been telling you all year? Haven't I been telling you all year? And now they're just beat up so bad. It's just like there's no way they're going to beat the Bears. It's just not going to happen. Anything can happen, of course, but.
What would you make the line? Like Packers Bears,
and where nothing funny happens, Jordan Love starting, and
what would you make the line? First round of the playoffs, Packers at Bears.
I'll say Bears 6.5.
All right. Well, we have the line available. Let's see what it is.
Oh, okay. Oh wow.
Let's see what that is. Packers are -1.5 at.
What? Yeah. That's take the Bears now. Is that a joke? That's a joke, dude. No way. Bet it right now.
Well, it's not going to move. You don't have to bet it right now. And plus, the game may not fire if like the Bears lose and the Eagles win. Then the game's not going to happen. So,
gonna happen.
What'd you say?
That game's gonna happen.
Bears
+1.5. Is you kidding me?
That's
Green Bay's not gonna win that game. They don't have a chance. They don't have a prayer. They don't have a prayer.
That's wild.
Bet Bears -9, man.
Take the alt line. Why not?
Yeah, it's going to be like
you like them that much.
It's going to be like 30-10.
Jeez, really? You think that?
Yeah, it's going to get ugly.
But didn't the Bears just almost lose to the Packers a couple weeks ago?
It's not. I don't know. I just see, like, take the Packers at the end of last year. They really looked good at the beginning of the season, riding off of what was almost a really deep playoff run the previous year against they almost beat the 49ers in the second round. Probably should have.
Yeah.
But what happened last year? Didn't they lose like their last 3 or 4 games and backed into the playoffs and had a pretty stale showing, in my opinion, against the Eagles? It was 22-10 that game. Yeah. And it was actually kind of close, but it was kind of close for a while. But at the end of the day, I knew they didn't have a chance. And they're doing the same thing here this year. Yeah. But except that now they have more injuries. Right. And it's just like, I love Malik Willis, though. Wow.
Oh, he's better than they should trade Jordan Love. Go with Malik Willis.
Yeah. The Raiders should trade their number 1 pick for a king's ransom and sign Malik Willis.
I don't think that's the crazy. I mean, look, Mendoza looks good. So if there wasn't a Mendoza type quarterback in this draft, I would completely agree with that. But you get the problem with Willis is that you're going to have to pay him a contract. Unlike Mendoza, who's going to be on a cheap deal for 4 years. So
what if you traded that number 1 pick to the Cleveland Browns for Myles Garrett?
Garrett, you have to get more than that. Garrett's like 31 to 32.
I'm just kidding.
And honestly, I really think ownership wants to go Shedeur next year. As crazy as it sounds, the owners love Shedeur Sanders. They really do. Now, if Dante Moore falls to them or something, it's no guarantee Dante Moore even comes into the draft. But if Dante Moore falls to them, I don't know how he can make it past the Jets, but it would be tough to pass on him, I think. But let's like the only 2 quarterbacks who stand out in this draft are Mendoza and Moore. And so the Raiders at 1 need Mendoza, or probably going to take Mendoza, and if Moore comes out of college. Then the Jets at 3 or 2 would take Moore. And so the Browns going to do a quarterback? They probably just go Shedeur again, and then you have Watson coming back from injury. So I think they'd go with Watson, who they still have to pay, and Shedeur as a competition. I really think that's what they're going to do next year. Like people think like the Browns are going to go new quarterback. Like I really don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I do know that the owners love Shedeur. They want Shedeur to succeed.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely give him another shot. No. I don't think they'll draft a quarterback, but what if they,
Yeah. Pat saying that was with Parsons. Parsons did not play in that Green Bay Chicago game. He got hurt in the Broncos game, which was that week 16 or is that week 15? I can't remember at this point. Because that
was the game sandwiched in between the Bears matchups.
Right. So that was the week 16 game at Denver. Well, no, that was week 15 game at Denver. Yes. Yeah, week 15 at Denver, they lost to Denver. They had a lead for most of the game. Then Parsons got hurt. Then week 16, Parsons already out. That was the second game where the Bears won 22-16 in overtime. And then week 17, as we know, the Packers lost to the Ravens by was it 41-24 or whatever it was. Generally, you mentioned this, and you're right. Like generally, like when you have a team like getting blown out, entering the playoffs like repeatedly, like they don't like find themselves suddenly. They usually just keep losing. Yeah, the only time I can remember that not like being the opposite was the 08 Cardinals, who they kept getting blown out every single week. Remember like that Patriots game at New England where they lost like it was like 51-14 or something, and like they look so horrible. But they somehow found themselves. So like that's the only team I can remember that turn things around like that. Otherwise, like these teams just lose.
Yeah, it's the 2005 Chicago White Sox. They started out with a really good record, but they backed into the playoffs. They had a sub 500 record after the All-Star break, but they still won the World Series. That was a great team.
Right. But baseball's like different, I think.
Yeah. So it can happen, but my point is, it's just like, what is. Okay, let's use our old what we always say, like bounce back to what? It's like, okay, right. They can't bounce back to. I mean, they're out so many people.
Yeah,
and Jordan Love's going to be coming back from a concussion. I mean, yeah, could he still have a really good game? Sure, but I mean, when he looks bad, he looks really bad. And the first start coming off of a concussion, that's neutral at very best.
I agree.
So I really love. I cannot believe Green Bay's favorite. That's a joke and a half,
Yeah.
man. That's a
Well,
freaking joke.
well, if it's Packers at Eagles are -3.
Take Green Bay. Get
it. Nice.
No, bet the Bears right now, man.
Oh, well, I don't know if you saw last night's show, but we did bet. Hopefully the line it didn't move. We bet Eagles -2.5, -105 against the 49ers. And the thinking is, if this game occurs, that means San Francisco loses to Seattle, right? If San Francisco loses to Seattle, they're probably not going to look good. And if so, then the line is going to move up. Like this line's going to be 3.5 probably, right? So we can come back, take the Niners to +3.5 and get a nice potential middle at Eagles by 3. So that's what we did last night. It's still there. It's still available.
Okay. Wow, you like the oh, look at the Seahawks and Panthers -7.5. Dude, take Carolina money line, baby.
We just saw this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Give it a shot, man.
Good
They're
shot.
going to be back for blood.
Yeah.
You thought 2 yards per pass was bad, man. He's going to double it. He's going to double up.
Oh man, can't wait. That's gonna be it's probably gonna be the 4:30 game on Saturday, right? If that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no,
man.
Yeah.
That's what I think is gonna. Well, wait. Will they play the 49ers if Seattle wins, or will they play the Rams? I can't remember. Carolina.
If Seattle loses, they would play the NFC South winner as the 5 seed. Seattle's either 1 or 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if San Francisco loses, then they're 1, 5, or 6. Or sorry, if San Francisco loses, they're 5 or 6.
Okay, so if they lose and the Rams win, then they'll be 5. Okay, I got you. Right. So it could be Rams at Panthers too, right?
Yeah, it could be Rams at Panthers, and that line is where is it? There it is. Rams -9.5. That'd be slaughter, I think.
Oh wow! How about what's the line on Bills at Patriots?
Bills and Patriots.
Give me the Bills money line, baby.
Let's do a Control F here. Bills and Patriots not showing up. Why is it not showing up? There's no line.
Oh wow!
That's so weird. I don't know why. There's Bills and Jaguars. That would be if the Bills win and the Chargers lose, and the Texans win. That's weird. I don't know why. That's strange. I mean, that's if everything remains the same, that's Bills Patriots. I mean that's round 1. If the Bills lose and if the Chargers lose, like that's the round 1. But I guess they think the Bills are going to beat the Jets, you know?
Well, I mean, I think so too, but
yeah, because the Chargers, think about it this way: the Chargers are sitting their starters. We know that, so that probably means they're going to lose, and the Bills are playing the Jets, so that probably means they're going to win. So it would be Bills at Jaguars, unless the Patriots lose, which we don't think is going to happen. So, so it's probably we're probably not going to see Bills at Patriots. That's my guess.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
I take the Bills money line
against the Jaguars or Patriots.
Well, it'd be the Superchargers versus the Patriots.
Yes, and this is only -3, which it seems crazy to me.
You like the Superchargers?
No.
What? I thought they were dazzling you with their play.
I lost to Houston. Looks so good.
Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I got a $20 bonus bet, and I bet it on the Ravens to win the World Series, the Super Bowl.
That'd be incredible.
yeah, got like $1 million to 1 on it. No,
yeah,
I put what is it? It's like 20 to win 450.
Okay, I like that. I like getting bonus bets and putting it on like long shots like that. I think it's good.
I mean, I don't know. Well, now I'm holding the Bills and the Ravens to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, I got the Bills at 40 to 1 on that $5 bet. That parlay.
You do. Yeah.
I got that parlay I've been holding since June. So
that's awesome.
Well,
I hope you get it.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, this is the Bills have no excuse this year if they don't. This is their window, man. I mean, I guess the Ravens will probably be in it. I think they're going to win because the Steelers, I don't know. You never know what you're going to get with them, and I'm probably going to stay away from that game. But I would lean the Ravens there if we're just leaning right into it here.
Yeah, I feel the same way about that. I don't think we need to discuss that very much. Although TJ Watt is he's going to be active apparently,
really?
but we don't know at what capacity. But interestingly enough, the line was 3.5, and it was announced Watt would return, and the line went to 4. Like,
I was just gonna say that, yeah, because I think it moved to 4 here.
Yeah.
Ooh, that makes me like the Ravens, man.
Well, it could be phantom movement. Andy, if Andy were still here, he would talk about that. Sometimes like sharps will be like, "Oh, let me bet 200,000 on Ravens," and then it moves up to 4, and they're like, "Aha, I really like the Steelers. 500 grand on the Steelers." You know, like they will do that sometimes to get a better number. Like Billy, I know Billy Walters does that. He's like the most famous gambler. Like he's banned everywhere. But there was a 60 minutes. Feature on him, like it was done like 10 years ago, and he was talking about how he does that. He's like, he's like, I'll bet 500,000 on one team, then bet $1 million on the next team, and then bet on the opposite team. So it's pretty crazy that he can move the line like that. So it could be phantom movement. It could be like someone who loves the Steelers and wants a better number on them. So we won't know until Sunday, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Or is there a lot of money on the Steelers?
Yeah, I think so. Well, no, it's like 56%. Nothing crazy. You want to play our famous game? Which teams are getting the most bets this week?
Oh, jeez, I'm so bad at this.
So there are only 4 teams over 70%. So we'll do 4.
I'll say the Vikings.
Nope. Vikings are actually the Packers are getting 68% of the bets.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane to me.
I guess people think that the Packers are going to play the starters. That doesn't make sense.
I'll say the Bears.
No, Bears are 54%.
Oh, I just locked in Panthers. Just moved to 3. I just locked it in. Ooh. Maybe I'll hold that. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let me see here. How about the Texans?
No, Texans are actually the 52%, 53%.
I'm so bad at this. I don't know nothing, man. The Raiders, right? No one's betting them. Right. That's a joke. I'll say the Bills. I'll say the Bills.
Bills are number 1 at 85%.
We're going up against the chef, right?
The chef, yeah. See what he cooks up this week.
He's doing the Morgan Spurlock Supersize Me diet.
Yeah.
That's what it's looked like. Holy cow, man! Yeah, I don't know. How can you take the chef?
I don't see how you can take him. He's so bad.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. So, but okay, that doesn't surprise me too much. I'll say maybe the Eagles too.
Eagles are number 3.
Okay, now I'm improving after I've eliminated all the other games.
78% on the Eagles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'll give you a hint. These 2 other ones are Western teams, so you got a 1 out of 4 chance, I guess.
The Cardinals.
Other side, the Rams are 84%.
Okay, I was just gonna say I kind of like the Rams too.
Yeah. 84% Rams, so they're 1% below the Bills at 85. Bills are 85%, Rams are 84%. Eagles are 78%, and there's one team that's 76%, and that's also a Western team.
I'm gonna go with the Superchargers.
Yep, there you go, 76% Chargers.
Wow.
Go Chargers, go.
That's a game I want to stay away from.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have a clue what could happen in there. Do you have any interest in that one?
I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said I was going to get the Saints Falcons, but I'll do that in a second.
Okay.
I'll do 2 for 1 here. With the Broncos and Chargers, we know the Chargers are going to sit their starters.
Mm-hmm.
So why would we consider the Chargers here? Now, like, I don't mind Trey Lance, but I don't like Trey Lance with an offensive line that sucks and no receivers against Denver's defense. Like that seems like a nightmare there. Like how the Chargers even score. And the Chargers defense, which is like probably not going to have Khalil Mack. We know Denzel Perriman's out with suspension. Probably not going to have Derwin James. Like this defense that's ranked number 2, or at least was ranked number 2 heading into last week. Like they're not going to have their players, and so this is going to be a team of backups and a team with a vanilla game plan against the Denver team that absolutely has to win to get the 1 seed. This is like last year, Denver versus the Chiefs. When the Chiefs had all their starters in Week 18, Denver won 38-0. I don't see how Denver doesn't win super easily. I know they've had troubles covering the spread in a lot of their games, and I think they're very overrated. But they have won two games by margin. The Dallas game 44-24 and the Bengals with Jake Browning. I think this is one of those sort of games where just because like the Chargers are going to try in this game, they're locked. They know they're either locked into 6 or 7, and they're comfortable with that. They're not playing the starters, so they don't care. Like if a team's not going to care enough to try, why would we even consider them? Like Denver, we know it's going to try. So for me, it's Denver easy here.
Well, I don't necessarily disagree. However, I mean, winning last week was well, I mean, I guess just as important as winning this week for the Broncos to get that number 1 seed. But I mean,
but the Chiefs tried. The Chiefs tried last week. Like they showed up. That was a big game for them. Like they didn't try against Tennessee. They got embarrassed, and I think they showed up and really wanted to try hard. It was Travis Kelce's final game at home. Like they fought hard in that game. But the Chargers are not going to fight hard.
Yeah, but do you think Trey Lance is going to be better than Oladokun? I don't know.
I think he's better than Oladokun, but his supporting cast is going to be awful. Like they're like there's not going to be McConkey, there's not going to be Keenan Allen, there's not going to be Quentin Johnston, there's not going to be the offensive line already sucks. There's not going to be a Marion Hampton. Kamani Vidal's even banged up. So like if this were Lance with the rest of the starters and they had something to play for, I think you could definitely consider the Chargers. Like they're not going to have a game plan. They're not going to have any effort. So
no, I think you're probably right. I mean, I don't know. I'll probably end up staying away from this one.
All right. We don't. They're going to be in my cards, but we don't have to play. What'd you say? So what'd you say?
Oh no! I forgot you're doing a 2 for 1. I got one. I think I decided now I'm going to put it on there. When you're after your next one.
Okay. Real fast. How do you like Indiana plus 125? I feel like why take the plus 125? Just bet them every week. It doesn't seem like good odds. Just bet them every week, and take those winnings and play them into the next game. You'll make so much more money that way. Let's just say like you what are they this week? They're what's the money line here on this game? So they're minus 192. So if you let's just say you're going to bet $200 on this hypothetically, I mean you could bet more, but like hypothetically $200 on the plus 125, so you would win what, 250? So let's just say minus 192, you take instead of betting the 200 to win 250, you bet the 192 to win 100. And if you win that, you're going to have the 192 plus the 100, so you're going to have 292. So bet the 292 on the next game, and then whatever the money line is, and then bet whatever you have after that, which would be like 400 something. Bet that in money line, and you'll end up at like $800 or something by the end of it, which is far better. You're betting the same thing for them to win the championship, but you're just like the plus 125 is such a ripoff compared to what you could do just betting the money line in each of the next the two games, right? Not 3 games. Sorry, 2 games. So you would end up with $400, which I guess is, I don't know. I guess that's the same, right? It depends what the money line is. I assume the money line is going to be definitely shorter in the championship, or it might be this. It might be the same. So the 292. If this is the same thing, at 292, you'd win 152. So you basically win 152 and 100. So you'd win 252 overall. So you would actually win more here. You would win instead of winning 250, you would win 252. So it's like slightly better. But that's assuming the money line is the same, which it could be. Given that it's a championship, it could be less. It could be like minus 170 or something. So you'd make out better just betting the money line each time. Like you don't have to bet the plus 125. Now, if you get like a plus 150 somewhere, or if you can boost it, then that's what I would do. But just plainly plus 125, I don't think it makes sense to do that. Just bet the money line both times.
Hey, you were saying you like Denver, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How much though?
They're gonna be in my cards.
Okay.
3 units, maybe 4 units.
Okay. Let's throw them on ours. Why not?
What changed your mind here?
Well, if they're not going to be playing anybody, I mean,
let's put it as a maybe because it seemed like you had to talk yourself into it.
Well, I didn't. I mean, I don't know. It seems like they're kind of phoning it in here. I get that feeling. I don't know. I guess we'll just put it on maybe for now.
I mean, like we have 3 definites, and you just love the 4th, so maybe we won't even have to consider it. So let's keep it in the maybes right now. Calculus is basically math philosophy. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. All right, let's get to the next game, which would be my my pick of not my pick, but the update to Saints Falcons, which I was considering as my pick of the month earlier. This is not yours, right? This is not
no.
Okay, so my thinking beforehand was I think the Saints are the better team. They have at the very least they have the best unit on the field, which is the defense. The Saints defense ranked 7th since week 9. It's the second half of the season. They're ranked 7th. Atlanta's defense not bad either, but they're 17th. So we know the Saints defense is better. We know the Saints offense has been improving. Tyler Shuck keeps getting better every week. He's developed a great chemistry with Chris Olave. Audric Estimé looked really good last week. Like ran well against. You're like, oh, Tennessee. But Tennessee's run defense is actually like pretty decent, and he had a good game there. And I think motivationally, like definitely the Saints here, because not only is this revenge from a loss a few weeks ago, you have Atlanta coming off a win against the Rams on Monday Night Football, and I think that was sort of their Super Bowl. Even though this is a divisional matchup, I think that game meant more to them as like proving that they could beat one of the top teams. And and plus coming off a short week, like you have a bad team coming off a short week. Generally, that's something you want to fade because bad teams need more prep time than good teams. So like all this stuff, and also the Falcons are playing against the Saints team they just beat like 5 weeks ago. So like, what's the motivation here? So I thought that like you have matchup and motivation favoring the Saints. And we're getting a good number. Like I made this line like Falcons -1. Like we're getting 3.5. Like, are you kidding me? It seemed like a great pick here. But unfortunately, Chris Olave is out with blood clots, and then hopefully he's okay. But like this takes away any downfield threat the Saints had. It's like not only Chris Olave out, you have Rashid Shaheed is long gone because he got traded, and then their third receiver Tipton is banged up too. So like. All they have left is Kevin Austin Jr. That's their number 1 receiver this week is going to be Kevin Austin Jr. Like, and Atlanta's pass defense is not bad. So it's a tough game. Like without Olave, it's really tough. Like I still would take the Saints. I'm gonna drop it. I dropped it to 2 units. You'll see when I update the Saturday notes. But I had this jotted down as like 5 to 8 units. Potential pick them up on the Saints, but unfortunately, we have to make adjustments. Like Chris Olave is a big impact player. Like you can't, you have to treat the Saints differently without Olave. So any thoughts on this game?
Well, I love this Saints team. I was texting you, I wasn't able to do the show. I was driving home from Pennsylvania, but on Saturday night last week, I was texting you how I think Shuck is the guy. He's going to be the guy here. I think next year the Saints could have a year like Aaron Rodgers' second year in Green Bay, where they went 11-5. Remember that 51-45 playoff loss they had against the Cardinals?
Yeah,
that was a really strong team. I could see them being a team like that next year. Or
the Patriots this year, right? Drake May saw some time last year. He was okay, and then this year he took off.
Yeah, I know for sure. I'll be betting the Saints to win the division next year. I'll probably do a Super Bowl bet on them too, but just so because then if they have a season like I think they will, like I just described, they could maybe be like a 3 seed sort of thing going into the playoffs, and maybe we have a good hedge opportunity depending on the number we get. But
Yeah.
The thing, I mean, obviously Olave, because I had them locked in on my card at plus 3.5 earlier, but I took them off. They're still at 3.5 on my bookie card. I just feel like it's like, I don't know, has everyone, I'm more hesitant with Olave gone, but is everyone like, I thought I've been betting the Saints a lot this year, and they've really come through for me many, many times. They played tough all year, and you can tell like the coaching staff like believes in Shuck, and the team like is playing hard for him. Like they know that they have something down there. Mm-hmm. And I was telling you, like, they're not going to roll over for anybody these last 2 weeks. And Tennessee played a good game against them. We'll get into them here in a little bit, but I don't know. This seems really easy. I think people are still maybe they're on to the fact that the Saints are actually pretty decent now. Too little, too late, but they're playing really well. But I don't know. I don't think people realize like how like I think Shuck's ceiling is much higher than people realize. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, hey, even outside of the fumble in the end zone, Dante Pettis. Oh, that was horrible. That was. I'll tell you what. I watched the entire game. That Saints Titans game last week. That was a really good game, and it was closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
But I had the Saints last week. I don't know. I think maybe Shuck is good enough that they could win this game even without Olave. So I don't know. Maybe Juwan Johnson has a big game. Maybe Pettis doesn't fumble in the end zone, and
Yeah, I like Kevin Austin Jr. for DraftKings for what it's worth, but I given that the Falcons could be low motivationally, I do think that the Saints are still the side, but is could be much different offense without Olave. Like there's no question.
Yeah, I guess for me it's like, because I believe that Shuck's ceiling is very high, but is that enough to outweigh not having Olave in there?
Right.
I want to say yes. My gut is telling me yes, but it's hard to say. And in a week where I need to go like 4-1 or 5-0, am I willing to hang my hat on it? Some question marks. So it's a maybe for me.
What if I remind you, and you've never mentioned this ever? I'm surprised. I thought you'd bring it up like right away. Shuck rhymes with duck. So how do you not?
That's true. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his. He's like tied for the favorite for Rookie of the Year too.
It's crazy. I thought my Meko Buka 40-1 was a free win, and then with Travion Henderson ran those 2 long touchdowns, he was the favorite. I was like, okay, well, I have 19-1 on Henderson. It doesn't pay out as well, but it's still going to be a good win. And now, like, Henderson suffers concussion. Meko Buka disappears completely. I don't know what happened. Like, they put him on a milk carton at this point. Like, what happened to this guy?
A good friend of mine who's a Buccaneers fan. He took Buka for Rookie of the Year at the beginning of the season. God, I'd take it for I think it was. Oh man, it looks so good.
40-1, just poof, gone. I think if Ibuka catches 2 touchdown passes, one wins the game this week, I think he could still take it because there's no like clear winner right now. But then again, if McMillan does the same thing for the Panthers, I think he takes it. I have a hedge with McMillan. I have no hedge with Shuck, but with Olave out, maybe Shuck won't play as well this week, so we'll see. But yeah, it is wide open. I saw someone, I don't know who it was. There's a former quarterback who said he argued for Shuck to be MVP. I can't remember who it was, but
Dan Orlovsky.
No, not. He wasn't really a quarterback. He was just on the roster as position quarterback, but he didn't really play quarterback. No, it's actually like a real player.
John Kitna.
Kitna Caboodle is I think it is a grade school teacher. I think. Yeah. So I don't know.
Wow.
It was no. I think he's a grade school teacher. I think so. I don't know. I don't know. I forget who it was. It might have been Ron Jaworski. I think.
Oh, really?
It was an older guy. I think.
Got Jim Miller.
Fat Jim Miller. But you gotta respect anything Fat Jim Miller.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. I cashed out of the Ibuka bet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is. Oh Lou. Oh, what did you get for it?
Yeah, better than I did because I didn't cash out, so it's just sitting there. And
oh man,
I actually bet it in Las Vegas, so I have like physical tickets on it.
Let me. Oh man, that's what you got it at 40 to 1.
40 to 1, and I bet $150 to win $6,000, and gone.
Oh man,
yeah, that would have been nice.
Well,
nice prize money there.
This guy Luis here, he bet the Bucks to win the division, the NFC, and the Super Bowl, and then 3 days later they acquired Tom Brady. And interestingly enough, the only one Lou didn't hit there was the division. Remember, the Saints won the division.
Yeah.
The Bucks lost both games to the Saints, but obviously, right. They won the Super Bowl. That was what a run there, Lou. I'm glad you got something. I'm glad you got something back for it, buddy. Because
Jacob did that too. Jacob, he had 50 to 1 on Tampa. Jacob
that same year. Wow,
that same year. Yeah. Jacob had it. Yeah.
It's funny because I had thought about taking them beforehand too. Like it had crossed my mind because Jameis, it was Jameis. I thought his ceiling was high. He was throwing a ton of interceptions, but he was throwing a lot of touchdowns. But vintage Jameis, always entertaining, but but not reliable.
Mm-hmm.
But I still thought like at a decent number, as weak as maybe not so much then, but how that division can be. I thought we'd probably get a good number, and then of course that number shifted dramatically once they got Brady. But Lou was able to get that in there. That was what a call, and what great timing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was awesome. I'm trying to find out who
Jim Drunken Miller.
That's not Jim Miller. I think people probably don't even know who that is, like outside of Chicago, I would say, and outside of the Walter Football After Dark show. Never heard that.
Jim Miller was a Bears legend. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had a great year in what was it? 03, I think. 2003. Yeah, that was the year where that Urlacher, Mike Brown, that defense was so sick. And they won the division. They got to the second round of the playoffs, and the Eagles beat them in Chicago. It's because the drunken Jim Miller had one too many before the game, apparently. And so,
geez, that was as recent as 2002, 2003. You said
it was 03. Yeah, it was 03. It was one of the years that the Eagles went to the NFC Championship and lost.
That was the year they lost to the Bucks, right?
No, the year they lost to the Panthers. 03. It was 03, 04. It was 03, 04.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait. It was 02, 03 when they lost to the Bucks in the NFC Championship game.
Yes. Yeah. And then 03, 04 they lost the Panthers, but then 04, 05 they beat the Falcons.
That's right. Michael Vick was on that Falcons team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who are your dark horses this year? What counts as a dark horse? Because I bet the Jaguars is 20 to 1. I think they were a dark horse back then, but I don't think they're a dark horse now. Like, are they still a dark horse? I don't know. I don't think you can count out the Ravens. If they get in, I think that they can make some noise potentially. What do you think?
I like the Texans as a dark horse play. I mean, their offense has looked. They've had some games where they showed up on the offensive side, but it's looked so anemic at times. I've used that word often to describe their offense on many occasions this year. But I mean, hey, if their offense just plays like okay, that might be enough, And in a year where, like I said earlier, there's so much parity, I could see almost any team, except Green Bay, could win it, So,
even Carolina.
Oh my God, give me the Jungle Cats, man. Yeah. No, I mean
Bagheera. Yeah.
I'd take. Well, I think the Panthers probably have a better chance than Green Bay right now. I mean, I just as a Packers fan, I feel so defeated.
I feel
so defeated, man. Like
the Packers are favored in their first playoff game.
That's insane.
The Panthers are 125 to 1.
I'm gonna take the Bears like -6 at least right now.
-6. Yeah, the minus
They
five and
probably
a
don't,
half
they
would be a
probably
good
don't
alt
have
line.
alt lines for
No,
those just
not
yet,
yet.
but
Not yet. Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Panthers, look, do I think they're good? Not really, but they have looked good at times. Oh, and you can say, oh, they beat the Royal. That was Matt Stafford. Yeah, and sure, that's right. Stafford made mistakes, but at the end of the day, they beat some decent teams. They beat some decent teams. I'm not saying they're going to win a playoff game, but let's see who they get. I'm just saying I also wouldn't be surprised if they kept the game close.
The Panthers, as it stands now, would have the second worst point differential to ever be in the playoffs. Do you know for 50 Walter football bucks? Do you what is the number one team to have the worst point differential? Get one shot because I don't give these bucks away.
I'll say the 1940 Washington Commanders Club.
Washington Redskins, actually, because they were the Redskins back then. So you are wrong, sir. It's 1940 Washington Redskins.
The Commanders Club.
Yeah. No, they actually had a positive point differential entering the playoffs, but they lost 73-0 in the Super Bowl. No, it wasn't the Super Bowl; it was the NFL championship back then.
Wow.
But yeah, so the Panthers would have the worst point differential to enter the playoffs. That is how bad they are. They are historically bad. They also have the worst pressure rate in the NFL. They have the fewest quarterback pressures in the NFL. Is that crazy? Like they're probably gonna make the playoffs, and they get to the quarterback less often than any other team in the NFL.
Who, the Panthers?
Panthers, yes.
Even less than the 49ers?
Yep, I have it right here. Let me bring it up. I updated this yesterday, actually. I forgot to move it up on the homepage. Pressure, so it still says 11-17, but this is updated today. The Panthers have 203 pressures. That's the worst in the NFL. Bears actually 214. So
wow.
They're bringing up the rear too. Then you have the Jets at 220, Raiders 229, and the 49ers at 230. That's the bottom five. If you're worried when they're about the top five, you have Denver 377, Seattle at 371, Houston 351, Eagles 345, and Rams 338. So,
dude, bet
Jaguars by 333.
Wow, that's impressive. Jags defense has stepped it up, huh?
Yeah, they're eighth since week 9.
Bet Drake May over half an interception. The Jets are going to get one, man. They're going to get one the last game of the season. I can't believe they have no interceptions.
It would be incredible if Drake May threw an interception against the Jets.
Dude, first touchdown Jets defense.
That would be. Do you know how incredible it would be if Drake May threw an interception against the Jets? It would be absolutely. I can't believe it would happen. It would be the most improbable thing I think of all time.
I mean, look, unlikely, sure, improbable. I mean, what if it's like a tipped ball or like a bobble pass tipped in the air and the New York Jets football player grabs it and he takes it across the goal line and he scores a touchdown.
So it's tipped in the air, right? And it travels 300 miles into another stadium, and it's intercepted by another team.
You think that's more likely than the Jets?
Yes, that's the least likely thing to ever happen. How would Drake May throw an interception against the Jets?
Let me see something. Let's just see if the line. I'm going to see what Jets defense special teams touchdown is. Game special. Okay, it's not out yet. Right. Not on Hard Rock. Oh, imagine though.
I would line
the unexpected, man.
I would line it at 5 million to 1. I'll give you odds on right now.
5 million to 1 on Jets defense special teams touchdown, first touchdown or anytime
against Drake May. Yeah,
you're gonna give me 5 million to 1.
I'll give you 5 million to 1 right now.
Okay, give me $50 on it.
Okay, so send me the $50 right now. It can't happen. What are you talking about?
It can't happen.
Drake May's going to throw an interception against the Jets this week.
Well, I mean, you're acting like it would be like the weirdest. What if there's a batted ball? We love our batted balls.
Yeah, it batted the ball and it travels 300 miles in the air to another stadium.
I don't know, man.
How can Drake May throw an interception against the Jets this week?
Okay, he releases the ball and it falls into the hands of the Jets player.
How?
even Michael Jordan missed shots, man, missed free throws. Like, what are you talking about? It could happen.
So like Jordan missing a free throw against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. That's how improbable it would be.
Yeah, and he did that.
He never played the Cavaliers.
And on the I thought you meant in the playoffs. In the '80s playoffs, he did.
No.
Well, he had, which was ended up being a blessing in disguise because he did miss a free throw down the stretch in Game 4 as a 5-game series back then.
Mm-hmm.
But then that led to the infamous shot in Cleveland over Craig Elo in Game 5. Good, the game is over. Yeah, remember what an icon. He's Jordan's fist pumping. What a freaking moment, man.
Oh, it was I mean, yeah.
But I think in Game 4 he did miss a free throw down the stretch to get it. You know, like when I was a younger, the Bulls, the second three-peat, that was when I was really getting into basketball. The second Bulls three-peat, and it's just like you just knew that there was no chance that they were going to lose. Yeah, of course they lost a game, but like at the end of the day, like I knew like they're going to win it all. There's no way, and they played some great teams.
Yeah,
played some really incredible teams. So many teams could have been dynasties. I know we said this before, like the Magic. How about the Pacers, the Knicks, the Sonics, the Jazz? Easily, that team was so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love that Jazz team with Malone, Stockton.
I always Antoine Big Dog Carr with the shades.
Yeah.
I love Antoine Carr.
Adam Eaton, the center that they had.
Adam.
I have
Ostertag or Greg Ostertag.
Yeah. I have a Malone. I have Malone and Stockton rookie cards somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I have them somewhere.
Wow. Yeah. That was a great. I don't like Karl Malone, but he was a fantastic player. He was awesome.
Why don't you like him?
He just seems like an ass, you know.
Yeah. What if he's like nice guy, goes like to orphanages and stuff?
I don't know. Well, he like abandoned his own son, so I don't know.
Did he really? I didn't.
Yeah, his son played for the his son played for the Buffalo Bills, but they have like.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to come on here and trash people, you know, but yeah, I don't know. Well, remember and look, I get it. He was like really against like Magic Johnson, like, you know, when he got AIDS and everything.
Well, I get it. I do know. You know, people didn't know about it. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
but I don't know, like just something about like his attitude, I guess, was just like I don't know. He just kind of got under my skin. But great player though. Great player.
Oh yeah. I sincerely thought when like people started saying Post Malone, I thought they were talking about Karl Malone. Like, I'm serious.
It's like he's posterizing you.
Because his nickname was the Postman. Remember?
The Mailman.
Sorry,
yeah,
Mailman.
They're synonymous.
Yeah. So Mailman, Postman, Post Malone. I was like,
you thought it was like Karl Malone's alter ego. Yeah.
I thought it was Karl Malone.
No, it is him. It's his son.
It's his son. He abandoned it too.
We're going to hell.
No, he's going to hell for abandoning his son.
No, don't mind us. What are we doing here?
I'm still counting how much I'm going to spend or what I'm going to spend on when I get your free money on the Drake May versus Jets interception here.
Defense. You're going to give me defense on special teams?
I'll give you $5 million to 1 of Drake May not throwing an interception against the Jets. I'll give you my house if Drake May throws an interception against you. Just send me $100. I'll give you my house. How about that?
Oh my God, man. Yeah, but there's some stipulations. May's got to play the whole game
against the Jets.
Yeah, he's got to throw at least 20 passes. If he's throwing like 7 passes or some bull, I ain't playing.
I mean, he's not going to throw any passes against the Jets, but like, I think
I'll be showing up at your door like JETS Jets.
Yes. It's Drake May throwing all this interceptions against the Jets this week.
No, I like New England, but I'll think about. I'll mull your $5 million to 1 over a little longer.
You like New England against the Jets?
Yeah, the Jets are going to lose 34-7, but it's going to be pick 6.
Mm.
to start the game
Against Drake May. Drake May's going to pick six.
Yeah, and he won't win MVP.
Yeah.
He won't win
I don't
MVP.
know who's chirking whose chain. I don't know what's true or not here.
We don't even know where we are right now. So.
I don't know if you're messing with me or if I'm messing with you. I know I'm messing with you because but I don't know if you're messing with me back.
I haven't decided yet. We'll see what the odds are. But moving right along here, I got a game. I'm gonna go off the field right here. Let's talk about the Titans and Jaguars. Give me the Titans here. I don't know of all the teams that, like the Jags. Look, I can't imagine they're going to lose this game. I cannot imagine they're going to lose this game. The Titans, and I know I've come on the record here and said many times that the Titans are the worst team that I've ever seen. Okay, for the first 14 weeks of this regular season, I would say that's accurate. They've definitely played better. Holy crap, because I bet the Saints last week. I thought that the Saints were going to win easily. Now they did cover and everything, but and then they could have won by more. Remember, Pettis fumbled that touchdown out the end zone. I was like, oh, that was a shot to the heart there for me. But geez, I just remember thinking, because how many times have I come on this show and said, you just know that there's no hope at all with this Tennessee offense. Maybe things will improve throughout the course of the game. You always kind of hold out hope, but you just know from jump there's no hope. I don't feel that way anymore. Geez, Cam Ward had some really nice plays. Nice plays last week. And in some situations where I was like, okay, even when they're up by 8 at the end, I was still nervous that they weren't going to cover the 1.5, I mean, I guess they could have missed the 2-point conversion. I would have been all right. But, but I was just like, no way they're going to convert a third. This is the Titans we're talking about. No way they're going to convert a 3rd and 20. And they did. No. And even that last play, that 4th down play where Ward was down. I mean, what a play.
That was a great play. Yeah, it was a great play.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's and I'm glad, because he hasn't looked very good all year. He's taken so many sacks. He holds on to the ball too long, as we've mentioned many a time. But we're seeing improvement, and they're not rolling over. I think out of all the teams that are big favorites this week, the Jags are the most likely to take their foot off the gas pedal. I think the Titans they're playing better. Even the defense is playing a little bit better. Not that the bar wasn't that high to be able to say that in the first place, but they are playing better. I like the Titans to keep this close. I could see this being 23-13 or something. I'm going to put the Titans on my card. This is a Quacky field play.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot. I don't know.
I like the Quacky field plays. Unless it's Drake May throwing such thing as Jeff. So anyway, I would take Tennessee too if I had to. It's I think it's a weird spot for the Jaguars because all they have to do is win, but they just clobbered this Tennessee team 25-3. It wasn't too long ago, so it's if you're the Jaguars, you're feeling maybe a little overconfident here. You got your hard game out of the way, the Colts. The Colts played hard. The Jaguars dealt apparently with some sort of flu that Liam Cohen said afterward, which it wasn't on the injury report, which really pissed me off because we still covered with the Jaguars, not in the contest, but in real life. So that pissed me off. But anyway, they got their hard game over with. This is the easy game because they already beat the Titans. But you're right. I mean, Titans have played better ever since Jeffrey Simmons returned from injury. They've gotten better, especially in the run defense. And Cam Ward, like you said, has gotten better too. And I worry a little bit with Cam Ward holding onto the ball too long against Jaguars pass rush, which we just saw fifth in the league with 330, or maybe 6th in the league at 333 pressures. So that's the one bad thing here. But the back door is gonna be wide open here. How would you rate the Niners and the Jaguars compared to one another? I personally would say Jaguars are a little bit better, but not that much better. How would you rank them?
I'll say that too. I think the Jags stock is on the rise a little bit faster than the 49ers, who have been putting it together, but their defense just can't get any pressure. I mean, they have so many injuries, so many major injuries. It's just look, they might get the 1 seed tomorrow. With all that said, so I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just man, I saw this stat that Myles Garrett had more sacks in their entire I think they had only a couple more sacks as a team than Myles Garrett, and obviously Garrett's having a monster year.
Mm-hmm.
So that was part of the they're trying to show what an incredible season he's having with that metric. But I don't know. I just unless that changes, I like the Jags more. I just feel like they're more consistent on both sides of the ball right now than the 49ers. So, but
so I bring up the Niners because Tennessee played at San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and that was a 10-point game until the final minute when Kyle Shanahan kicked the field goal for some reason on 4th and 1.
Oh, right.
I thought that was like one of the shadiest moments of the year. Like everyone talks about the Broncos Raiders kick. Remember the Raiders kick?
Yeah.
Did that the Niners kick was way shadier than that one. Like the line was 10.5 and they covered because of that field goal. And like it was a 4th and 1. They just needed 1 yard. And instead of like Shanahan tried a 51-yard field goal instead of going for a 4th and 1 when that would have just ended the game. Instead he made a 2-point game, a two possession game, a 2-possession game. Like it's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like I thought we were gonna lose. I'm like, oh, they're gonna go for it. And then they kicked the field goal. I'm like, I can't believe they kicked the field goal. Like I'm thrilled here beside the Niners.
Yeah, I did too. 12 and a half.
Yeah,
that was great.
12 and a half, 12 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on our card.
That was insane. So anyway, what is the line in the contest here? It's 13. So 13, if that result happens against a push, but if it's 10-point game, then we get the win with Titans. So if you really like this game, we can put on the card.
Let's do it. I've got a feeling about this one. The Jags have been playing great. I hope they have a deep run here. I really like this team, but okay. I think they're most likely, like I said, out of all the big favorites, to take their foot off the gas. So I like the Titans to keep this close. I mean, even if it's, think about it, even if they're down 17, the Titans are going to bring effort. They're not in the running for the number 1 seed, and I like what look, DK's coming around, Chika Okonkwo, and what's Ayomanor? I always say his name wrong. Ayomanor, yeah. Look, he's got some decent weapons. They're starting to play better together. They're developing a little bit. Look, the bar was low, but they're not, I think they're motivated because they're seeing the improvement that the team's making and Cam Ward is making. Like I said, I couldn't believe. I was like, is this the same guy? Like he actually looked really good against the Saints defense that's been playing really well and playing inspired. They're not rolling over either. So I like the Titans a lot. I'm going to lock them in on my individual card too.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best there and us the best because we're going to have an on card too.
Let's see. It would.
It would be funny if the league reversed. Yeah, if the Drake May interception from last week counted. That'd be something if I lost my house because of that. I'm confident I'm not going to lose my house.
A stat correction.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like they're going for it on like a 4th and 2, and it's like an incomplete pass. Like a Jets player gets their arm under it, and they say, "Well, it was an incomplete pass." Jets take over anyway. But then they look back at it like the next day and they're like, well, now hold on. He did have his arms.
Yeah, it'd be a week already. Like at one point, like I wonder how what if there's a statute of limitations on changing plays? Like can they go back like 8 years and change something? Like
I know, crazy. Right? That's true. We'll have to consult the gambling gods.
Yeah, I guess.
Cool Hand Nukes with me. I'm with you're putting your car on the Titans. I don't know if I do that, but I'm glad you're with me. I think the Titans keep this one close. I could definitely see like 23-13. I don't think the Jags are gonna run away with this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if they might be locked in. Yeah, what were you saying?
I was gonna make a joke, so you should just handle the serious stuff. What were you saying?
No, I think it's going to be like 23-13. I don't think the Jags are going to run away with this. So
yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I was saying that like there's a lot of high rollers in here. Like I'm betting my house that Drake May against the Jets. And they have Cool Hand Nuke had put his car.
Everything must go, baby.
Yeah, well at least my bet's safe. At least like Cool Hand Nuke is I don't know how he might lose his car. Let's see.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put a bet if I remember on Jets defense or special teams anytime. Or wait, we want to bet the interception. I'll bet the interception.
With me?
Well, no, I'll put it on Hard Rock, and I'll post it on Twitter and tag you when it wins. I'll keep my receipts, bro.
Why won't you bet with me? Because you know you're gonna lose.
No, because I want the world to see.
Well, you can still do it. You could clip this and
I guess
put
I
it on.
could. Yeah, that's true.
But the problem is you can't win with me. Actually 359 miles that the ball would have to travel in the air. That's
All
that
right,
would be incredible. Actually, I was playing Resident Evil with my son, and so in the dormitory of Resident Evil 1, there's a zombie in the bathroom. I don't know if you remember this, but in the zombie in the bathroom, and if you unplug the water and get the key out of the bathtub, I don't know why it's in the bathtub, but you get the key out of the bathtub, the zombie wakes up. And then you don't have to kill the zombie, you just leave the bathroom, and you can't figure out how to leave the bathroom. So my son goes, he's like, I said, "What woke him up?" I'm like, "Oh, we unplugged the toilet, we unplugged the bathtub, and he heard it, and so he got up, and he's like, what if he heard mommy?" Like, because my wife is yelling us to go to bed, for my kids to go to bed, and I'd be like, if he heard mommy, that would be incredible. That would absolutely be incredible. Like, I don't know, like, what is more improbable? Like the zombie from Resident Evil 1 that was in a game that was made 20 years ago, hearing my wife in real life, or Drake May throwing interception against the Jets this week. I don't know which one is more improbable. I really don't.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I just can't. That's never happened before, right? A team hasn't gotten an interception all year. I don't think that's ever happened.
I mean, especially when they're not playing the quarterback. Like that's could be it's really impossible.
I don't. I don't think that's ever happened. Okay, I'm putting the Titans. I'm putting the Titans on here.
Okay. I went twice in a row. Do you want to go twice in a row? Or do you want me to go?
Oh, I thought I just said the Titans.
No, because I did two teams.
Oh, right. Okay. What do you think about this Cowboys and Giants game? I'm inclined to take the Giants. Another team that's like they're just okay. Here's my argument for the Giants, and I know that I'm not really into them, but I like them a little bit. I think the Cowboys, obviously they didn't like what they're getting from Trayvon Diggs if they released him, but in a game that they probably don't care about, other than maybe you can argue a division rival. I mean, that's going to be a different look for their defense. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's going to take some adjusting to, and then you probably don't care that much anyway, as opposed to a Giants team that has shown us time after time, as bad as their record is, they have always brought effort, and they've been pretty entertaining. You know, they're not, they can't get the first pick now, so it's not like, and they're going to have decent draft position anyways. So I don't think that they're going to roll over. I think they're going to bring effort. I'm seeing it at 3.5. So I'm inclined to take the Giants. I like it. Don't love it. I mean, it's like a 6th or 7th pick maybe for the card. But what do you think about this one?
Well, the injury report's not great for the Giants. There's no Wan'Dale Robinson. There's no Theo Johnson. So the top receivers are going to be Slayton and Hodgins, and I guess Jalen Hyatt. So that looks ugly. The Giants are also they have a bunch of illnesses on the injury report too. I counted, I believe, let's count how many illnesses they have. Like I said, it's 3. If it's 3 or more, I get concerned. They have 4 illnesses on the injury report, including Dexter Lawrence, who has not practiced the past 2 days, and Abdul Carter has barely practiced with the illness. Theo Johnson is just out with an illness. So like they have the flu in the locker room. So that's just a red flag that I don't want to deal with. And plus the Cowboys are better than the Giants. I don't know if they're 3.5 points on the road better than the Giants, but they are the better team. So we're taking the team that is worse and is dealing with the flu. So that's just a non-bet for me.
I heard they all have the runs.
The runs.
Lou's saying he hates this game. The division rivalry is the only motivation. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess the only. I think if I'm betting on the effort, I got to go with the Giants. But I agree, Lou. I think I don't know why either team is really going to show up. I don't know why they're still playing dart. I mean, God, you're 2 out of 3 of your franchise superstars got hurt already. Just put the team out to pasture at this point. But I don't know. I mean, especially after he had concussion. Yeah,
he's been tested for 5 concussions this year. I don't know if he had concussions every time, but you imagine at least half the time he did. So yeah, I like imagine how dumb you'd feel if he had another concussion. Like that's the problem here with like these coaches who are interim head coaches, because like Kafka wants wins here so he can look better in job interviews. So he's just going to run Dart out, with reckless abandon, so like that's the issue. And if Dart suffers a sixth potential concussion, like at what point do you say like enough's enough, and just have to like end your career? At some point it's really rough. I agree. I would not play him. There's no need. Play Winston. Winston's a fun guy.
I know, right? I mean,
yeah. Let's see what Jameis Winston one more game. I'd play Jim. I played him in DK and DraftKings like 4,500, whatever he is.
Yeah, I don't think that's too bad either. Hey, remember when that same year when the Bucks won the Super Bowl, they played the Saints and they just traded Jameis to the Saints and he threw a touchdown pass against them in the playoffs. I fell off my couch laughing. Even Tampa Bay still won the game, because they won. But I was just like, all the freaking grief he gave Tampa Bay, and he throws a freaking touchdown pass against them in a playoff game. You got to be joking me. That was hilarious. I don't know why. I thought that was so funny.
Is that the same year Trubisky won MVP against the Saints in the playoffs?
I don't know. It was the year the Bucks won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think he won MVP against the Saints in the first round. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing my years up.
Was he on the Bears still, or?
Yeah.
And they played the Saints the first round.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of remember. Well, it was a bad game, right?
Yeah, he won he won MVP on the Nickelodeon broadcast. He's the first MVP winner. Nickelodeon valuable player, and like he is the losing quarterback with a bad game, and I guess like people were just messing with the voting count, and he was the MVP in the loss. it's maybe his crowning achievement, like because he never won anything else.
Well, maybe he'll get a Super Bowl this year he's on Buffalo, right?
Yes, yeah.
You never know. Could be the Nickel. Did you see? I watched the Monsters Inc. broadcast of Chargers Eagles. Man, the Superchargers looked good when Soley was running for them. You want to know something so stupid? I think like all the hoops I've had to jump through with my streaming services, and I've been very vocal about the issues I've been having with the streaming services. I was like, I could actually access that game.
Wow.
Via the Monsters Inc. broadcast. And that's how I watched something. I was like, well, I guess it's better than nothing,
Yeah. I told you I was watching the Three Stooges version of the game.
Oh, yeah. You're like, I'm watching. Yeah.
That game was a disaster for the Eagles.
You don't like Joe and Troy, huh?
I like Troy. Yeah. Joe, not. I don't like Joe Buck, but he's like too snarky.
He's condescending.
He's very condescending.
I
don't mind him. I don't mind him. Like I could see him being a great baseball broadcaster. I don't watch baseball, but I imagine that in baseball he probably sounds great. I don't think he's right for football. But I do like Aikman. I think like he tells it as it is. It tells it as it is. And you can kind of respect that rather than having some bland guy who doesn't criticize.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Joe Buck is a better baseball broadcaster. I don't. A lot of people really hate him. I don't hate him on NFL. I like him, but I think he is condescending. Not like Bob Costas is condescending.
No, yeah, that's a different level of
condescending. Yeah, Bob Costas is the worst.
It's horrible.
Remember when I remember the '98 finals with Rodman. Remember Rodman ran off to do the WWE with Hulk Hogan or whatever, like in between finals games. And he comes back the next game, and Rodman's having a great game, and he scores a basket, and Bob Costas goes, off the court, his tired freak show continues, but on the court, he's a massive force. It's like, dude, shut up, bro.
I know, like seriously.
His tired freak show continues. That's so funny. Like all Rodman. Well, okay, never mind. I was gonna say all he did was have colored hair and tattoos, so there was more to it than that. But that's what started it. Rodman's one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah. It's funny that if you look at like his, I'm gonna pull this up, his like rookie card, It is just look at this.
Yeah.
Like there's no tattoos, regular hair color. Like he looked like a normal dude, and then he just completely changed.
Yeah, it's so wild.
Yeah,
He's an interesting character.
Yeah.
You don't watch documentaries. They did a 30 for 30 on Rodman.
I think I saw like 2 minutes of that. It like came
Nice,
on.
that's a new record for you.
No. My octopus teacher watched the whole thing.
Oh,
and then I watched the one you told me to watch, the text message person who was harassing the high school girl.
That's right,
Yeah.
the high school catfish.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was so good.
Yeah, that was a crazy documentary. Yeah, it is a good one. It is a good one. And then you get to see, if you watch The Last Dance, about Michael Jordan, episode 3 is focused on Rodman.
Mm.
So he's interesting character on several different levels.
Yeah.
I remember he used to date Carmen Electra. Oh
yeah.
I loved Carmen Electra as a kid. I still do, as an adult kid. But remember she was in Good Burger. Remember Good Burger? She asked Kel on a date.
Oh yeah.
She was just Mondo Burger sent her in to try to get the sauce recipe.
Right.
Yeah, she couldn't get. Remember, I love she goes at the mini golf, like the double date with Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, Ed, don't you think we could go? She's like touching his chest, like, don't you think we could go somewhere and be alone and get to know each other? Doesn't that sound better than miniature golf? And Ed's like, no, come on. I love that. So good, man. Yeah. Huge Carmen Electra fan. She's awesome.
Yeah. She was on like Blind Date or something, right? Whatever that show was. Maybe it wasn't called Blind Date. It was the MTV show where someone couldn't see the women and like
singled out.
Singled out.
That was Jenny McCarthy. But I think maybe Carmen Electra did host it later.
On Singled Out. I think she was. Yeah, she was. She was on Singled Out. Yeah, she replaced Jenny McCarthy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember that. Boy Meets World actually did a mock episode of that where Eric Matthews is the guy who was blindfolded. Yeah, and then actually they had a cross promotion with MTV.
Oh wow! One time, you remember that show Greed? It was a game show. It was like during the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire rage in the 90s. They came out with another game show called Greed, and Chuck Woolery was the host. Okay. You remember the show? And
no,
you were on a team. It was like fastest, like it was like write down like a number between 1 and 100, and there's like 6 people, and the 5 closest get on the team. Whoever picks the closest is the captain. Yeah. So then they'll like ask a question. The player says, "I think it's this," and then the captain has to confirm it. But then you can eliminate other players, and it was an interesting show. So Chuck Woolery, who used to be the host of Wheel of Fortune, and what was it? The dating. What was it? What, I can't even think of the dating game or whatever. It was one of those dating shows. But the very first question, there's kind of supposed to be gimme questions. Remember, like the first couple questions and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire were typically pretty easy.
Yeah.
But Chuck Woolery's the host, and he goes, the first question is, which of the following shows did yours truly, Chuck Woolery, never host? It's like Wheel of Fortune and the dating game, or I can't remember which one he did, but it was that, and there was another one that he hosted, and then one of them was Singled Out.
Oh wow, okay.
And the contestant goes, Chuck, I've been following your career for a long time. I know you never hosted Wheel of Fortune. And then the captain was like, okay, yeah, like, I mean, sounds good. But it's like, and then they went out on the first question, of course, and the team was just like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, how did you not know that about the host of the show? But
well, you've been following his career so closely.
Yeah, but it was funny because the correct answer was Singled Out, because that was Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra.
Right.
But it was just so funny because Chuck Woolery was like, okay, like, all right, Captain, what do you know, it was pretty funny. But anyhow.
The other host was the guy who does the Talking Dead, like on, I forget his name, Talking Dead host. What's his name? Chris Hardwick.
Oh, okay.
Chris Hardwick, yeah. So it's funny to see him because I was rewatching Boy Meets World for a while, and like super young Chris Hardwick. I was like, oh my god, I forgot he was on this. Yeah, Jeopardy greater than Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I agree. I remember I had fond memories of both shows because when both my parents worked, I would be at my grandparents' house. My grandpa loved Jeopardy, and like whenever when I got older and I answered some questions, he was like so impressed. It's like, and then but then my grandmom used to love Wheel of Fortune more. She used to love like seeing like what dresses Vanna White was wearing, because it's like women they love the dresses and whatnot. So that was I remember that fondly. So
I like both shows as well. The Price is Right too. When I was really young, whenever you were staying home from school. But I'll tell you what, I would never want to be on a game show, even if I thought I would do well, especially in this day and age when you can become a meme so quickly. I'd be nervous I'd give a stupid answer or I'd blank. Like, I don't know. What if they asked me a question that I was like an expert in?
Yeah.
And I didn't know it, and it was something really simple, and I just made an idiot out of myself.
Yeah, there are a lot of bad ones out there.
Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it anymore.
There's
I say it anymore like I had the chance to be on a game show or something.
Well, you can still do it. There's one a Family Feud. They asked birds that don't fly, and the one woman was like dolphin.
Yeah, they do fly, right? Birds that don't fly, dolphins.
They'll fly, yeah.
But penguin, I can't. What other birds don't? Oh, chicken, I guess. Wait, do chickens fly? Yeah.
They do fly, but not very far.
Often,
their wings are too small for their bodies to fly very far.
So I guess that penguins don't fly though.
Yeah, penguins don't fly. Ostriches don't fly. I don't know what else. Well, I don't know. We're not a biology show here. So.
Since when?
WalterBiology.com.
Yeah. All right, your turn for a game here. Thanks for hanging, everybody. We like to have a good time here. You have a great time.
Right. Colts at the Texans. So you just brought up the Texans. So you like them as a dark horse. So maybe you like them here. They play against Riley Leonard, not even Phillip Rivers. This is Riley Leonard. And just going to throw him to the Wolves, I guess, against Houston's defense. One of the best defenses in the NFL. I don't need to tell you guys that. They're just going to devour Riley Leonard. It's going to be pretty ugly here. And the Colts defense is in shambles too. They're not going to have Sauce Gardner. Travarius Ward's already out. So they're down their top two outside corners. And what's DeForest Buckner's on IR too. So the three of their best defensive players out, and also one of their linebackers, Zaire Franklin, who's not having a good year, but he's out too. So like this Colts defense missing half its starters. Colts offense, they have nothing going on with Riley Leonard. Like, yeah, Jonathan Taylor's there, but like Houston can shut down Taylor like no problem, and that's basically it. So this is going to be. I think an ugly game. I know Houston barely won against the Raiders a couple weeks ago, but the week before that, they clobbered Arizona. So what's to say that this can't be just a duplicate of that game? And obviously, Houston needs to win this to have the 5 seed and potentially win the division if the Jaguars screw up. So I like Houston here, even though this line is 10 or 10.5. I think they win by at least 14. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, I like the Texans too. I think, the Colts, I had the Colts plus 6.5 last week on my card. I just got there. Yeah. And funny enough, because they moved to 4.5, I had it locked in at 6.5. So the Jaguars ended up covering 4.5, and I was still holding the 6.5. Lucky for me.
Yeah.
But I think the Colts put everything into that game. It was their last chance to stay mathematically alive. It was a really close game. I mean, it went back and forth for a little while there, and they even had a lead early on. I just don't see them getting up for this after they put, they lost a really close game, against a really good Jacksonville team. They're now eliminated. They're missing all the players that you just mentioned. I don't see them getting up for this on the road. Give me the Texans with that strong defense, and really, 17 points might be enough here. Who knows?
So is this a definite or a maybe?
Yeah, let's put it on.
Okay, well that gives us 5 definites.
Oh wow! What didn't we cover yet?
All right, let's look at the games we didn't cover. Obviously the big one, the 2 big ones, the 2 night games, Seahawks and Niners. Seahawks are now 2.5. I do like Seattle here. I think they're the better team. And And I think the Niners' great offense recently has come against bad defenses. So this is a step up in competition. And yeah, Sam Darnold could choke, but I don't think he chokes against teams that can't rush the passer. Usually when teams rush the passer and frazzle him, that's usually when he struggles. So, and plus this line is moving towards Seattle too. And maybe there's a take back. Maybe the Sharps want the 3. I don't think they're getting the 3. But yeah, I like Seattle here. It's like a 2-unit bet for me, but it's not going to be on my card. And any thoughts here? Do you like this? Let me put the definites on the screen, and if we like something more than these 5, then we can talk about it. So how much do you like them? Do you like them more than Bears -3, Patriots -10.5, Vikings -8.5, Titans +13, or Texans -10.5?
What, this game?
Yes.
No, I've gone back and forth on this one. I'm inclined to take Seattle too, but and this line is moving. I don't know, to indicate that the public likes them, at least as far as I can tell. But I don't know. The 49ers, I mean, they've kind of been flying under they win this game and they're the 1 seed, but they've been kind of flying under the radar. It's so weird. Now they have been, the beneficiary of, I think, one of the easiest schedules in the league. But I don't know. They're starting. I mean, it seems like they're starting to click with given all that we've been saying that for a long time now. That they're, I mean, obviously they have some major injuries on defense, and they can't get to the quarterback, but they're still winning games. I don't know. At home, this number is just a little scary too. I think if you're going to take the 49ers, but I think the Seahawks are the better team. I feel like they could maybe win easily, especially if they're not able to get to Darnold. But hey, what's more likely to happen? The 49ers get to Darnold or Drake May throws an interception?
Against the Jets?
Yeah. Let me parlay both of them.
It might be the zombie hearing my wife. I think
give me 49ers over 1.5 team sacks. And Jets and Drake May over 1 interception
against
over
the Jets.
Against the Jets. Parlay it for me.
And zombie hearing my wife.
Parlay
throw that in.
It's right in my Q zone. Yeah, this game's not in my Q zone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nuke. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we don't like this game more than the definites we have. So let's keep going.
I can't believe the 49ers could get the 1 seed. That's crazy. I hate both of those stupid teams too. Stupid colors and stuff.
Well, it's could it have something to do with your Packers losing to them in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's true. No, completely unrelated. Completely unrelated.
Dodos don't fly. Well, there we go. Now we learned something new here.
That's true. Thank you, Mike.
Fly. Yeah.
Thank you.
What
about the Steelers and the Blackbirds?
Yeah, we'll get to that. We're gonna go down the rotation order. So Packers, Vikings talked about, Colts, Texans talked about, Browns, Bengals talked about, Cowboys, Giants talked about, Saints, Falcons, Titans, Jaguars, Dolphins, Patriots, Chiefs, Raiders. We have not discussed. I initially was like, how do you not take the Chiefs? Because the Raiders are losing on purpose, but the Chiefs, it felt like the Denver game was their last stand. Like they did try hard in that game, and I don't know if they can fight hard 2 weeks in a row given their situation. And also, I mean, they're going to keep losing players. Like Trey Smith's not going to play, Xavier Worthy's not going to play. So like who are the receivers, by the way? Like there's no Rashee Rice, there's no Xavier Worthy, and there's no Tyquan Thornton. So it's going to be Marquise Brown as the number 1 receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Jalen Royals. Those are the only 3 healthy receivers on the roster right now. Obviously Kelsey's there too. And this could be Kelsey's last game, so maybe they try to get him a touchdown, but I don't know. Like I still think I'd take the Chiefs, but like I don't see either team giving much effort, so I don't really see anything to go on here. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what, if they start Kenny Pickett, he's got experience against these Chiefs.
He will start. Yeah, he's Pickett's starting.
Dude, he's got experience playing these Chiefs in the Super Bowl. He beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and this is like Mahomes isn't even in this time. Give me the Raiders, baby. And
Evan actually
six
won.
to
Evan won
4.
a prop. Evan won a prop on that. He had 3 players to throw.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a good that's a good bet. It's a good
yeah.
bet. That happens a lot actually over 2.5, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, fake punt, trick play.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
exactly.
backup was in. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This could be a 6-5 game.
Hopefully 6-1.
Oh, if there was ever a game for 6-1 to happen, this is it.
This is it. Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah, it's just
6-1.
it's a combination of like it's like the greatest dynasty has fallen versus the team that's trying to lose on purpose, and
Right.
this is what we're gonna get. I mean, the possibilities are endless here.
I just see like historically, like Roman Empire's crumbling, and then there's like the next empire over. They're like, please take us. Our empire's crumbling too, and like Roman Empire's like, no, we can't. We're collapsing here.
I've got a conniving. I've got an idea. You think Andy Reid is conniving enough to let the Raiders win so they don't get the number 1 pick? Thus, I got a theory here.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, okay, we think Mendoza's pretty good, huh? We don't want to have to face him in the division. What if that guy ends up being awesome?
So the problem with that is that if the Giants lose and they're underdogs, then the Raiders still have the top pick.
Wait, are Raiders locked into number 1, huh?
No. Here I'll put it on the screen here. It's so according to strength of schedule, so we have Raiders at 542 and the Giants are 531. So and the Jets play against the team with a winning record, so that's going to go up. So they're not in contention. So if the Raiders win and the Giants lose, the Giants will have the top pick because they'd have the easier schedule. But if the Giants win against the Cowboys,
the Giants won head to head.
It doesn't. The head doesn't matter. It's strength of schedule.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if the Giants win against the Cow, sorry, yeah, I misspoke. If the Giants win against the Cowboys, then they'd be 4-13. So the Raiders would still have the easiest schedule among all the 3 and 14 teams. So it's even if Andy Reid lets the Raiders win, they would still have the top pick if the Giants win. Now, if the Giants lose, the Raiders have the second pick, which the Giants are not going to take a quarterback anyway. So the Raiders could just easily trade up. So it's not really big. It's not like they dropped the 5. It's not a big deal.
Well, what if? Hang on. Okay, so Arizona couldn't go ahead of them or anything.
Yeah, the strength schedule is 577.
Okay,
that's going to get tougher. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Tennessee plays the Jaguars. Jets play the Bills. Like it's all these teams play tougher games except for the Giants. So it's either the Raiders or Giants having the top pick still. So
wow. Okay. Jeez, that would be. You're right. They're not going to take Mendoza, but
yeah, I'm
saying. Let me clarify what I meant. If the Giants got the 1 pick, they're not going to take Mendoza, but
right, they would trade to either the Raiders or the Jets or maybe the Browns, maybe the Cardinals. Who else needs a quarterback? Dolphins. That'd be hard to move up for them, but still. The thing is, like, would the Giants trade with the Jets, like, because intercity rivalry? I don't know. So maybe Arizona would move up. I think either the Raiders or Cardinals, and the Raiders are so desperate. Like, they have nothing. Sorry, they have a top 10 quarterback in Geno Smith, but anyway, they have.
Who else would? I'm trying to think. Oh, what if
Dolphins?
Who do you think could possibly trade up? Dolphins or maybe?
I don't see who else. I don't see who else. Pittsburgh,
Steelers.
Yeah, they're too far down. 20s.
Yeah, I agree. That would have to be. Yeah, really. There's not a lot of teams. At least, let's see. The Jets. Okay, the Jets and the Raiders are looking for a quarterback. Arizona,
Cardinals, maybe the Browns, and then and Dolphins.
Yeah, I guess that's about it. What about Dallas?
I mean, they signed Prescott recently. Like, I think.
How many years? How many years?
What is his contract here? Dak Prescott.
I mean, is it more than like 3 more years? I mean, you could still.
He signed on until 2029. That's his first That's the first year they can get out of the contract. Oh no, sorry, they can get out of the contract after 2027. That's the first year they can actually cut him and not get like crazy penalties in the cap. But he's technically signed. His contract goes to 2032, but there's a bunch of void years added on, which NFL teams do nowadays. They tack on like these bogus years to go around the cap. That's why, like Kenny, who comes on Tuesday's show, he runs the site thecapsfake.com because it's really fake. As long as the owner wants to spend money, like there is no salary cap because they could just add on bogus void years and just get around it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But if the owner doesn't want to spend money, like the Bengals owner, then there actually is a cap for them, because they're never going to spend a lot. Like they're never going to have these weird contracts. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. Most people don't. No, they don't. I mean, it's not something that's talked about a lot.
No, I know. I'm just goofing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What if there's I would take the Chiefs. I almost took him at one point, actually. I mean, I had him locked in on my card at one point, but then I was just like, well.
Yeah, I just don't know if we're going to see any effort from them.
Yeah. That's a team that wants to put their season out the pasture. So
they played well into January every single year since Mahomes got there. This is the first time they get to go on vacation. Like they're already packed their bags. Like they're going to be out to the airport right after this game. They're done.
Yeah, I'll stay away from this one.
Okay. All right. Next game that we didn't talk about, we did Lions Bears. All right, Jets Bills. Drake may going to throw an interception in this game. Might be maybe Josh Allen will, but Josh Allen is going to apparently play in this game. I was shocked by that. I thought for sure that Josh Allen was going to sit because like he's playing with a foot injury, and this game doesn't really mean much. Like it's 7 seed or 6 seed. Like, does it really matter if they go to Jacksonville or New England? Like to me, there seems about even. So like, why would you play Josh Allen? I think that's crazy. Now maybe he plays a drive or two because they're coming off a loss, maybe. And then we see Trubisky. But I mean, look, even if you told me Trubisky's going to start, I think I'd still take the Bills because Trubisky's better than the chef. And look, the Bills receivers, the Bills backup receivers are like Brandon Cooks and Gabe Davis. Like those guys are better than the Jets receivers. I think they're better than Adonai Mitchell and John Mechie. Certainly better than John Mechie. And the Bills have some good backup defenders and some good backup offensive linemen. Like they can't sit everyone. So I still think the Bills will be the play if their backs are playing. But apparently Josh Allen's going to start. So like I don't know what to make of this game. If you told me right now Josh Allen played the whole game, then I would be on the Bills like easily. Like even at 14, I'd be on the Bills. But we don't know how long Josh Allen's going to play. So this is just like a big question mark. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm a freaking dumbass. I don't know why I kept saying Drake May. I meant Josh Allen. I was like, why are you giving me these odds?
You just realized it? I thought you were messing with me.
I'm a freaking dumbass.
Because when I said the ball would travel,
yeah, that's what I was like. What? I was like, what are you talking about? Because you know, like sometimes in your mind, you think you're saying one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I meant Josh Allen. I don't know why I was saying Drake May. I'm a freaking idiot, dude. Because I was like, why are you saying he's throwing the ball in the air like that? I'm so stupid. I swear. I don't know. How do I have a card that's 52, 32, and 1? I'm a freaking dumbass.
So you're not going to take my bet, I take it.
No.
I'm not going to get your free $50.
No. And I know you would have sent it back had I done it. I'm a freaking dumbass, man. I'd still take the Jets to get one against the Bills, though.
Okay, I could see that. I'm not going to give you my house this time.
I don't know why I have.
Can you imagine? Like if the craziest thing in the world would like if Drake May throws a pass in Foxborough and the ball gets tipped in the air, like soars like 300 miles into the air and
because they're in the wind power.
Yeah, lands in Ralph Wilson Stadium, whatever they call it now, and the ball lands into a Jets player's hands, and I'd be out of house because that happened.
I'm a freaking crackhead, dude. No, like sometimes you have like something in your mind, and it's just like,
Yeah,
oh golly.
yeah.
See, this is why I'm not a real handicapper. I've lost my mind, man. I've lost my mind. I don't
Long
know
season.
why am I the way that I am? I'm sorry, everybody. I feel embarrassed. Do you think the viewers are not gonna want me on the show anymore?
Like the University of Handicapping might revoke their degrees that they gave you.
I don't know why I had a moment. Every now and then I get one a year.
I thought initially you just messed up and then you realized it and then you were messing with me because when Mike said
he's yanking your chain, yeah,
he's jerking your chain, I was like, yeah, I obviously am, but I think he's jerking my chain back. I wasn't really sure.
Yeah. No, it turns out I'm just stupid. I've lost my mind. I get one moment a year, and it's January 3rd. I'm a handy quacker. Yeah, one day, 3 ducks were crossing the road. Remember that from Family Guy, the handy quacks?
No, I don't actually.
Oh yeah, the handy quacks.
I haven't watched every Family Guy. I've seen a lot of episodes, but not.
Interestingly enough, I only ever really watched like the first couple seasons, like from like the late 90s and like early 2000s.
I've seen a lot because like my wife would back before we had kids and we I could work during the day and just like go to bed at normal hours. She would like to watch Family Guy before bed, as she was in bed, right? And so I would just I would be able to watch it. But now I haven't seen it in a long time, so plus like there's only so many episodes you can watch that way.
Yeah, I thought the early ones were good, but I don't know. Yeah. I just never really caught up with it. I don't know. It's hard to so many shows. It's hard to keep track.
I know.
What are we? What's the only game where? Oh, I guess I didn't give it an opinion.
Yeah,
but I guess I take the Bills. I mean, against the Chef. But
what do you make of Josh Allen starting? I think that's crazy.
He'll probably only play like 1 or 2 drives.
I guess, yeah. I think that makes sense. Why would you play him anyway? He's a foot injury. It's not like he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, even with Trubisky, I think they could cover this. But I'll stay away though. What if the Chef really cooks something up this time?
Yeah, yeah. Grills the Bills up here.
Grills. Yeah, you see, like in like one of those, like
yeah,
like a caricature, like cook grills the Bills.
So they should.
Yeah, Jets end season on high note.
Right.
Cook grills the Bills. Nice.
Grill the Bills. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Redskins Eagles. I bet Redskins +7, and I'm going to come back with Eagles -4. Hopefully 3.5, but 4 for now. Tanner McKee's starting. The Eagles are benching all their starters, but they benched all the starters last year and they beat the Giants by 7. So I feel like they could do the same thing. Like the Redskins are down 3 offensive linemen. Josh Johnson's going to start. The defense is awful. I think the Eagles backups are better than the Redskins starters. Like Tanner McKee's a lot better, in my opinion, than Josh Johnson. I know Josh Johnson's not a starter, but comparing positions, like outside of receiver, I don't see where the Redskins are better against the Eagles backups. Like I would take Tank Bigsby over Ja'Cory Crossing-Merritt, for example.
Bill.
Yeah, the Bill, Bullet Bill, yeah.
Bullet Bill. That's right.
Yeah. So no, I think the Eagles backups are better. I think the Eagles win by like 6 or 7 points. So I would take the Eagles, but I'm not something looking to put on the card. What do you think?
Same. I take the Eagles, but I'm not interested in either because again, I've said this many times. They look depressed down the stretch here. Now they've looked a little bit better lately, maybe just not too much, but I don't trust them yet. I still don't trust them. It's like there's still Super Bowl hungover all year long.
I trust them. I don't trust them, but yet I still believe in them as far as they can make a run.
I share your sentiment to an extent, but I'm not. I don't know. I think we're kind of rolling the dice. I know, my God. I've been doing this show with you for like 3 years now, almost, and it's like I've had some moments, man. But it's just I don't know. You guys, most of the regular viewers are used to me by now. They know I'm a freaking nut. So
So do you get now? I was like, what's more improbable, that or the zombie hearing my wife through the TV?
Yeah, it's
The
all
game
coming
made 20 years
together. It's
ago.
all coming together.
What
Say
would
the
be more
zombie.
improbable?
The zombie,
Probably.
because at some point maybe they'll put a modification onto the game where it's interactive with the
Mm,
people or something. That's much
yeah,
more likely than the interception. So, oh yeah,
yeah.
give me 50 on
Okay.
it.
Still high odds there. Have you ever gone perfect on picking the slate?
You came close, right? Once.
What'd you say?
You came close once, right?
Yeah, I think I went 14-1 or something, or 13-1. I did go imperfect back in 2002. I went 14-1.
Really?
Yeah. It was like the
What?
worst. It was so bad. It was week 7 of no, week 6. It might have been. It was week 6 of 2002, or is week 7?
Wow.
One of those. And I actually changed my handicapping style because of it. Like, I'm clearly doing something wrong, and I made some big adjustments. So I've not had a weekend like that ever since. So but I was what?
That's
I was 20 years old then. So
that's crazy.
A long time.
I mean, the site would have been really new then at that point.
It's 3 years old. Yeah, the site was 3 years old. Yeah. So
That's really
yeah,
interesting, man. That's cool that you weren't like defeated by that. I think I would have.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
I mean, I guess it is just at the end of the day, it's one day or one weekend.
yeah. The top, but you might remember this game. The only push I had was San Francisco versus Seattle. It was the Terrell Owens Sharpie game. That was the one push I had.
The Terrell Owens. Oh, the Sharpie game.
Sharpie game, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was a push.
Wow.
I think one team was favored by 7. There was always 7. So that was my one push. I do believe it was week 7, because that was the Mark Bolger first start against the Raiders. The Raiders were favored by like 7 or 7.5 in LA. LA was winless, and then Mark Bolger started, and the Rams beat the Raiders, I think 28-13 or 35-13, one of those results. And I wrote about this in my book. There was like this like really like cute girl in my Russian class, and we were talking, like, and she was in the football, because she saw I had like one of those sports handicapping booklets they used to send out, like the websites, and I was reading through it, and like she commented on it, and I was like, oh my god, this girl's like hot, and she likes sport betting, like this is awesome. And so I would talk to her, and I wrote this in the first book. So she said ahead of that game, she's like, I think the Rams can beat the Raiders. I'm like, really? The Rams haven't won a game, and she's like, yeah, I think the Rams can beat the Raiders, and they did. The Rams upset the Raiders, the 7.5-point underdogs. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm gonna ask this girl out. So I came in. She wasn't there that next day, because there was the Sunday, and then like I think it was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, I think. And so she wasn't there. I was like, all right, well, maybe she's out. She's sick. So I was wait till Wednesday. She wasn't there again. And then Friday she wasn't there again. And the next Monday she wasn't there again. Like, she dropped the class. And like I knew her first name. I didn't know her last name. It was a common first name. So like, there's no way. This is before Facebook too.
Right.
So there's no way for me to look her up. I had no clue what her last name was. So I never saw her again. But that was a big. I was so bummed out at the time.
Oh man,
so bummed out, because I was like, yeah, I mean, because I don't know, we had good conversation on. Maybe she had a boyfriend, but I was still gonna ask if she wanted to like hang out sometime or whatever. But
wow,
it wasn't meant to be,
man.
apparently.
Maybe she's watching the show now.
Maybe that'd be crazy if she was.
Hey, what do we got here from Crans?
I think we got a spammer here.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Let's see.
These guys grab my eggplant without YouTube creeps.
Your eggplant.
I know. We're gonna put the user in timeout here, because I don't mind if you post once or twice, but like,
yeah,
if you just
the
keep
same thing
spamming
over and
that,
over.
like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, he can't comment right now anymore.
Yeah.
So,
and besides, he did give me consent to anyway. So that's a lie.
Yes. All right.
We got to talk about Blackbirds and Steelers, man.
What about the Redbirds?
Games. Sorry.
There's two more games that we haven't discussed: Cardinals, Rams. So the problem is we don't know what the Rams are going to do here, because if the Seahawks win, then they have something to play for. But if San Francisco wins, they're stuck in the 6th seed. So, like Sean McVay said, the starters are going to play, but how much? If they're locked in the 6th seed, they could play 2 drives, and then it's Jimmy Garoppolo time. And if they have to play, if I guess they don't have to play, but if they want the 5 seed, then they'll play the whole way, right? And they'll probably destroy Arizona. So just don't know how to approach this game right now. We'll know after the Saturday night game, but we just don't know right now. So that's how I stand. What do you think?
Yeah, I want to pass on this. I am interested in taking the Rams, but I mean, I guess it depends. It depends on what happens in the game tomorrow. Well, I guess today now at this point, but
yeah,
I'm just going to stay away from this one. I don't know, but the Cardinals have taken several double-digit beatings, so they're capable of. Like, why wouldn't it happen? Yeah, the Rams have lost a couple games, but we know how dangerous they are. And I mean, I guess again, I feel like it's a lot of gauging effort here, so I'll probably stay away. But I would take the Rams.
Yeah, same. All right, and then we have your Blackbirds here. The Ravens are up to 4, which is really interesting because T.J. Watt was ruled in. In fact, the Steelers don't have a single player who has been ruled out in this game, except for, of course, DK Metcalf, who's suspended. But injury-wise, they don't have anyone on the injury report, which is kind of encouraging. Like Calvin Austin's going to play, so they look a little bit better, but still no Metcalf. Like they don't really have much juice downfield, and I feel like they need that against Baltimore. But most of these games have been close. Granted, a lot of them without Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson may not be 100%. Although he did practice fully every day this week. That's something. So I would take Baltimore if I had to, but luckily we don't have to. So what do you think?
I take Baltimore too, especially given that line movement that seems to be playing by the rules of opposite day. So I don't know. That makes the Steelers look a little bit easier, but I don't know, man. They've looked so pathetic. So I still can't believe they've looked pathetic so many more times to me than they have looked okay. I can't believe. I still can't believe there's a chance they could win this division and make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think the Ravens. I don't know. They've been a weird team too. It's there's our bounce back. Bounce back to what this season?
right.
Bounce back to the team we know by reputation in seasons previous.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that line movement more than anything, it makes me like the Ravens here. This could maybe get bad because man, it's so weird with Rodgers. He's had some okay showings, but then it's like that offense is stale, man.
Yeah, especially with the Metcalf.
It's really stale. They do have MVS now, though. Ooh. Look out!
I don't mind him in DFS. I put him in my showdown lineup. I think he can captain. I don't think that's actually that bad. I think there's some good captains in the slate. Like Henry's the obvious one, but you can go Isaiah Likely. Pittsburgh's awful against tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
MBS not. I don't think that's a terrible play. I don't think it's bad.
All right.
I'd consider if I played 20 lineups, I'd have him as captain in a couple.
Yeah. Speaking of picking perfect slates, Lou was asking about that. I did pick. I've told you this. The year the Ravens won the Super Bowl in 2000.
Yeah,
the perfect playoff bracket. That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was freaking awesome.
Good. Yeah,
it was so good.
Yeah, what's that? 13 games. 6-4, 2-1. Because it's
because it was 6 seeds back then.
Right.
So
that's 4-4-2-1. Sorry, it's 4-4-2-1 back then. Now it would be 6 now. It'd be 6 now.
So I won 11-0, right?
11-0. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty
think about how hard it is to pick an 11 game parlay. Like it's really
yeah, and straight up winners. Remember, because the Vikings were really great that year.
Yeah,
with Culpepper and like prime Randy Moss, and then they lost 41-0 to the Giants. That was
I was talking about like straight up like money line. Like like try to start the season. Try to make an 11 team money line parlay and see.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right, you're never gonna win. Like it's so unlikely to win.
Could never do it again. I don't think there's any way I'd ever be able to do it again.
Maybe you could.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this year, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, to go 5-0. You don't need 11-0 to go 5-0 this week, right. And then you're looking at in the top 10. All right. So this is our definites: the Bears, Patriots, Vikings, Titans, and Texans. I'll read off the maybes just in case you wanted to switch.
Okay.
Cincinnati -7.5, Carolina +2.5, Denver -13.5. Do any of those tickle your fancy to make the change?
I mean, the only one I would maybe swap out is Cincinnati, but I don't know. I think I like what we have.
Okay.
I think we're good here.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll stay that way. Who are the biggest frauds going to the playoffs? I think Denver in the AFC, and in the NFC, I'll say the Niners. Because their offense is awesome, but their defense is so bad. They have no pass rush. They can't cover. The fact that they can get the 1 seed is ridiculous. So.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. But I'd say fade the Eagles and definitely fade the Packers.
Okay.
I mean, the Eagles, I could definitely see. Remember the year after they lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs?
Yeah.
They remember that pathetic playoff performance that they had against Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not suggesting it's going to be the same. I mean, they're better than that team that year,
Oh, yeah.
but it just has the same feelings of that year. So of all the years where it's like, oh, they're going to have to dethrone the champions if they want to win, this would be one of the easier paths to beating the defending champions, in my opinion. They've looked depressed. As I've said that many times. I don't know how better else to put it. Eagles look depressed. The Packers are just so beat up. I just think they're so defeated. I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
If they, take the Bears in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. That another example of that, but was that Eagles team for 2023, where a team that like gets blown out late in the year, like they tend to lose right away. Remember that year it was like week 18 against the Giants. They had the starters out for a quarter, and they were losing like 14-0 by the time the starters left, and like that had to be like such an obvious sign that they're just going to get bounced right away.
Yeah,
and that the Packers are trending in that direction. So,
oh yes, so.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, so that's about it. Unless you have anything else to add, we're moving ahead to 3 hours. Although this is an hour shorter than Wednesday.
Yeah, no, that's good. Thanks so much everybody for joining, Walt. It's a great time as always. Hey, we've had a great season. I mean, our joint card hasn't done so well, but individually we have really had our moments this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
this is the best I've handicapped in a long time.
You are
I'm
a
real
handicapper. You have your degree just like I do with
yeah. I'll bring I'll show off my diploma next show.
Yeah,
but,
there you go.
Next week we'll be talking playoffs. That's crazy.
I know. Can't wait. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We'll be back. We'll be back next Tuesday. Tom's the man car has been sold. We'll be back next Tuesday doing, I'm sure, best ball drafts with Kenny, and then pick shows throughout the week as usual. So tune in then, and good luck with all your bets. And please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit walterfootball.com for tons of content for free. And visit Tom on X here. His X handle is Quacky_T. Subscribe to Tom. He sometimes posts hockey picks. There you go. So he picked Nashville here against Minnesota. So you get winners like this sometimes. So follow Tom Quacky_T.
I appreciate it. And cool hand nuke. Hey, the car has been sold. Just be sure to give me a ride in the new whip whenever Tennessee wins outright.
Wow. I hope as a Jaguar Super Bowl ticket holder, I hope not.
Sure. No, I think they'll cover 13 or 13.5. So appreciate everyone joining. So
yeah, absolutely. Guys, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday.